commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating. Now, Odelia, I know you remember the last time we had an election petition.
And even after you present your case in the courtroom, your commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating. Now, Odelia, I know you remember the last time we had an election petition.
And even after you present your case in the courtroom, your commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating. Now, Odelia, I know you remember the last time we had an election petition.
And even after you present your case in the courtroom, your commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating. Now, Odelia, I know you remember the last time we had an election petition.
And even after you present your case in the courtroom, your commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and might forevermore, and help us to resist oppressors rule with all a will and might forevermore, and might forevermore.
Okay, T4. Cham, church will be yeah, Bahadia. I mean, we come to share ideas, we come to tell you facts, we give you reasons. So any idiot can make any idiotic comment. Said the Anna Peter Nochekano, it's true. You can come and sit here and make your idiotic comments and go. Facts are facts. Member Kasa Keke, once I member Kasa, I'm more proof and I give you reasons. Why maybe if I say reasons and I say me mount the actual maybe whatever will happen on 7th January and I may mount who fell and then okay. So Mekasa, it's likely that Nanado will not be sworn in as president on the 7th of January because you need to tell Niamana you check Niama Bibrina. It's likely that he will not be sworn in as president because there are a lot of things we put into consideration. Number one, even up to date Ghana, ye nim number of seats are MPP enya, ye nim number of seats are NDC enya. Up to date, sisi asefidie no, mene ye hu say you for your friend is saying your friend is saying my for say we hodom line no, obo hu say ne General Mosquito ne other people no eko hodom. Ya omoko keka nsem pi ya ehun nsem so aba together with the Techima own, together with the Hohoi own. Up to date now, we don't know why na we need Techima, why na we need Hohoi, why na we need Hayinim. So who will be sworn in as president on the 7th of January? This is also one big question. What I say on the 6th, I was a parliament could choose speaker. Also choose speaker and Sanayading and Sanayababe choose your friend is president. Now here comes the case. He say up to date. Isi nu krampo kra yenhunu isi nankasa krampo conduct ya banankasa kra no yenhunu se we nya asen se we nya asen yenhunu ono ankasa na no okase echina no okase na no adwana ba echina no nti ono ankasa kra yenhunu about the parliamentary isi nankasa make mistakes bebre babiti so he babiti say Techima South kwan of so okase MPP ni na we no ye de kwa adwendwum enyi so there is no way that the NDC will accept some electoral result and I will have babin so to say Hohoi court the injunction at also MPP for no any attorney general no episode move chinchim NDC for answer by all means na omoje sa city no so free NDC for answer note to say the NDC are not stupid. They will never accept because it's coup d'etat coup pa na MPP for no a pure coup. I mean they are using the state police in a resource na just to benefit their own selfish interest. What you say? Kwakwete said they are using this state resource to just benefit their own selfish interest. So the NDC will never accept. So on the 7th or on the 6th of January, Kurumha ma huya papa ma Kurumha ma huya Sempi beba because on the 4th court and they say Obedia Semono. Sa Semono doesn't go in favor of the NDC. Their things will not be well. What you say? According in favor of MPP, so things will not be well. Because nobody is going to accept. Which means say, obi antwe mo obi. Nti this time around nankasa Ghana hanom no, e wasi egitum say isi na din kwase asem wadi nsem hunu wadi nsem fun. One na ama democracy sheki sisi a. Isi ni na ejibe no hu sisi a ma sisi a Ghana democracy ni nyina sheki no. So it's likely on the 7th they will not be president. It's likely because why up to date yenim why na arene ha why na arene yenye hu ye. Sisi NDC 4 seat yesen MPP 4 seat yesen ye hu ye ya Abdul Baby ya sia pai sisi the injunction ato ya ye say sisi are not up to date your whole electoral system na basa bibia no ye adwuma bibia tan bibia tan. This is one thing I hear catch them say isi na din sem hu no isi na din sem hu no yesi isi ni wiaba ne isi ni wiaba ne o se da bi won ti ase Peter McMahon so say isi ni wiaba ne wo MPP ni no supporter na wo ye be chicha tofe kura wunya bi no wo so te abonten say the elections were free and fair BBI pepepe Peter McMahon campaign manager mu enso say abane ekoto ye nye free and fair what you say and then no asemi Jemfika say James Ankwana the only electoral commissioner who conduct elections to Kuruma both the winner and the loser omo a we declare omo so ma win no complain so wie mu omo a we declare so omo lose no so no sankofo no say the complain. So who has won, who has lost, all of them are complaining. Those who lost and those who won, both of them are complaining. What I say? So this should tell you, sir, abane akoto na fu we no nyansa bia nim. Unse me ma reasons why then remember my reasons why there is no way that the MPP can win this case in court. My mama reasons bebrebe. Enti na hu NDC fo ne bebre omo re aho. What I say? My mama reasons bebre so a who be to say DNT NDC for court no man kwa kase ye pewin omo kwa kase ye pedro because titi nipa nsem nipa bebre MPP fo titi o man no mo say enya mo na mo kase ma wi no DNT na mo court no man kwa kase mo pewin na mo kwa kase ye cancel abane ne nkoto no foforo. The NDC are wise. Let me tell the MPP, don't think, never think whatever happened in the 2012 will happen in this 2020, because the 2012 incident and this 2020 incident is not the same. 2012 when they see any DC no. What I say, the NDC is taking advantage of the stupidity of the EC. What I say, EC no sabi ni same hunu ni nkwasi adibi odi yenti no. And the NDC for take advantage of that. What I say, idea EC ni here makola calculator, but then me catch them. Idea EC no, judges no, lawyers no. The only thing they need is a makola calculator. 1 + 1 is 2. It's logic. You can't disprove that. EC ni say what count number we ni number we boom a 50 + 1. Okay, judges mun can boom a 50 + 1. That be whether they won. Whether on the 9th declaration, whether the correction he made on the 10th, none of them gives anybody the 50 + 1. It doesn't make sense. When you run the percentage, it's up to 100 or it will be more than 100. So this should clearly tell you, say, there is no way that Akufo-Addo can be sworn in as president on the 7th of January, because we don't know yet. If things doesn't change and things will go this way. Because ultimately say, if you need per se, on another kutu kwan bi so what you say ni attorney general no person mo pe kuntu kwan bi so no mu chinchim NDC for jabani from nsem, and that is what the NDC will not also accept, because the NDC are not stupid, they are not fools, they are wise, they have head, they reason. Omo wani nti abane ba bia nko ye ni bia mo nko kan foforo, case close. What you say Zabzugu say hen no, so it's also another problem. Up to date, we don't know where things are going. So nobody should think these elections, anybody is going to take it easy. What I say, up to the Nanado Krampukran and Nikrampo in the Omo my Reneuraho, Omo my Lusuraho, Jimensa, the catch them, you move be catch them, can you say, quite almost fast you shall to say through. There will never be peace in this country. Some of us started saying this, said there will never be peace in this country. How they choose Charlotte say? Omu James through Omode Charlotte say Omu Charlotte say through Omode James abaye. What I say, how they choose that James? Sorry, James come first to the James abaye no. What I say, you because there will never be peace, because how this current MPP came and sacked Charlotte say no. There's a question mark. There's a question mark. Sasa mu de bia ye kan. Mama anye boni bia se wo choose Charlotte say, because of Farijan Tamoson ye no ko choose Charlotte say. MPP for by almost a good. Nanado de ya catch them say this man ne. Ma catch them say na sefo ne di Cuba Ghana ha. So cool no, omo de ba omo nsuru. Omo de ma Cuba ye. Cuba pay on be kwa lending. Ma catch them. Ma catch them. Cuba ne on be free Ghana ha. Bo so omo na lending. Sa no omo tie. Ne papa ne mo ne kinofori atane what ya say no of them. Wo Kwame Nkrumah bre ya Kwame Nkrumah bre obiri nyina mo ye ya papa ibe wu kwa Akufo-Addo antena ha Akufo-Addo ma antena ha kinofori ataye nam ha okura bag dendendin no onte Ghana ha sa no motie so ye di ka kire mo so omwan no ye ne wose ye sore ne yakon Mahama, this is not about the NDC alone. This is about our democracy. Now, citizens are afraid to voice out, because Obias Russo Okoka Ebekuno. because of say Kennedy Japan succeeded in killing Obi Ahmed Suwali. Look at how Kennedy Japan killed Ahmed Suwali in this country up to date, because of said the NPP is in power. So Omunti Kennedy Japan. This is the country we live in, full of cowards, full of people who don't reason. They follow political parties. They don't reason. They don't use their head. They just follow the political party. Say yeah, Jimmy Susa, some sa. No the political party. Impose a political party need Jimmy. They don't see. How can you follow a political party? Na political party ni member. Akwa kwachi ubie kunu free ya kwa kan osibue mayenka. Ya kwa kan osibue mayenka. Na makacha Musa Ahmed Suwali wu no ye be koswa ka. Some of us are fighting said you should kick down Nana Addo out. If the NDC should come to power, may say whoever killed that guy, your friend said Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan must be arrested. Kennedy Japan deserves to be in jail. You can't kill somebody and still be roaming in this country for nothing. Up to date, who they could see. Ahmed Suwali are cool free. Go father na ye train na ye hu whether he will be president on 7th of January. Now, who chooses the Speaker of Parliament? It's a question mark. Who knows? The NPP are trying so much to NDC inside. NDC too, or when you're stupid, they will not agree. So Ghana Hanono, Baby or Mine Kekakono, is not going in the right direction. But me catch them so born in ye boa noa ye to koboji mensa ye boa noa ye to koboji mensa wa conduct elections MPP su awiem NDC su awiem MPP supporters na omo no krampo no me say ye cheche party ye cheche tofe krampo anyame ampata krampo a wonya bi no wonam Facebook na wo de se bi jimi nko a wona ye cheche tofe krampo wonya bi no wo si ye awiem mumpanyimfo say eh je mensa wi abanim wa wona dan Facebook ya chat of krampa winya bi nso nam ho na jimi sa say ya wi mumpanyimfo nso say wi Peter McMahon onya small person mo campaign manager see ya wi abanim mo campaign manager mu a say je mensa wi abanim nso wona na Facebook jimi say ya wi nso nam ho say ya wi Obi bisa me say what evidence do you have say Kennedy Japan dey kun Ahmed Suwali. I can't say benchiro. Attempt to murder is murder by law. Don't you know? Attempt to murder is murder by law. If Kennedy Japan didn't kill Ahmed Suwali, it's out to the result of so Obi show the pictures our public. Yeah, or cast or more attacking or no. Maybe that led to the death of Ahmed Suwali. Nobody knew Ahmed Suwali in this country. If it hadn't been Kennedy Japan, or didn't picture about one thing so munya no mundi na wu. Ahmed Suwali in Namho, nobody knew him. So explicitly, where you need common sense, you need common sense to tell you say Kennedy Japan killed Ahmed Suwali. You need common sense to tell you that Kennedy Japan killed Ahmed Suwali. And I'm telling you, say whether you go up and come down, Akufo-Addo, he will be out of office. Doli, Mahama go come. Doli, Mahama go win the court case. Now, up to date, MPP for Krampo MPP for NNJ. Who goes to the court? Why Krampo the court represent more court or no? There's a question mark. Momo judge mo lawyers we are model omoko omo 20 for no. 2 muni asem. Eti insem we na moko akoka na court wo. Okay, John Dramani Mahama say aba no apai enti moma esi na anya na duma je enti mom yankoto no gofro. Na Peter McMahon aba abonte abeka akire ye nyina say eyampa isi ni so wi aba ne bu bi di ma NDC for. So definitely in some John Dramani Mahama can free Kwame Nkrumah time nyina na ni abra wa kan say abani wiemu ma. It's the same. Because MPP for so je to me say abano isi no so wiemu bi di ma NDC. So that means he say isi na wiemu ma NDC wa wiemu ma MPP. So that means foolish case asem no ye twam eyampa John Dramani Mahama mo sankoto ma aba no foforo. Case closed. The issue is told without intelligence. The MPP communication is speaking without intelligence. So this should tell you, say, you don't even know the direction you're going. You are confused. You guys are confused. Peter McMahon Baba carry. Now we are Baba carry different thing. You see the figure way back there. And I know the other way. Just say, Sir, Jimmy, sir. Okakasi a real mouse. I might not be an expert in elections, but I'm not stupid. Well, I'm not stupid. Say even the EC up to date or change the electoral result, you know, is enough reason to tell every Ghanaian out there that this election was not free and fair. Changing the electoral result, you know, should clearly tell every Ghanaian say this election was not free and fair. Eban is saying that okay, also total valid broadcast, and now they total when now the command when they find he could see okay. Eban is saying, and I did change. Now John Dramani Mahama vote is so thick. Na akufo ade de ekosoro na akufo bro Mahama de so te na akufo ade de ekosoro na John Mahama de aka na akufo ade de so ekosoro upon all the 7 declaration of the by no not only the total valid vote cast no na ayineka John Dramani Mahama figures no na e affect no enti na ekwa he na figures na efa he na figures na ekọ na moto hono ma mo de moto wana mani di asofo n'echi me say I'm not surprised Akufo-Addo even promised God, Almighty God, Akufo-Addo ehwe nyamye nim ehye Nyankopon bo say mesi dan ama wo Nyankopon up to date on si dan ma Nyankopon up to date on si dan ma Nyankopon mo hwe ba bi a judge sete me say muduru hono ma me say mo nam ho hotem sen enya mo bobo. And now say politics akatakata bi ani to the extent say Jimmy ni doso omo dwene a insisi no bia betena si defend this ankwase adewe ba bia jeje sete omo bubu agu ade de kwa kwesi asore dan de Nyankopon wosu ni asore dan na wansi amanyame watima ye Nyankopon mu afọ 19 Akufo-Addo atima hwe nyame anim awa gadre nyame aye Nyankopon frakadam up to date da no nsi manyame muko duru ho no ma say de na omode abo ho no machia ndi ni say single room krampo Akufo-Addo asibi manyame single room self Akufo-Addo no build give God single room you know build give am you can't promise God then fail God how more or less like we the human beings no wonder every reasonable human being will know that this elections was never free and fair. Every reasonable human being will know that things are not going right in the country. But now I'm saying bidu mo funa dwene nti no Jimmy sa kwase ade sa na ye omode okwaka yey men kwaka yey we NDC ni NDC for mo nya Ghana for omo Togo for so NDC members has no right to complain okwaka say media na see NDC a na wenya a whole media person na Ghana had them meeting busa me ho say sa omo from who journalist for no omo ko adwin ben omo dwene like when they think I don't know how they think. As omo dwene a asensisi so omo adwen na akwete say ye year to form ye tietia so say those who claim they are the media people I don't know how they think in the first place adwen ye adwuma na adwen nya adwuma medwene hu ba bia ensisi so media for na say omo si omo mo sa media ya ena call ma NDC back in 2012 back in 2008 in 19 omo na call ma NDC enti die enti na NDC for attack omo in this 2020 die entra omo logic no into logic no omo dey ba na pa kire say okay especially a countryman zonga na ka say GB7 na captain smarto sama hwan Jimmy sa omo mi no omo Jimmy sa he akwa ete sa countryman zongo any journalist member na ewom na pa kire say akwa ete say wa ba oyira kohoma da bia ba oyira kohoma da bia wo yere no amoma o de wo bo yira kohoma da bia wo yere yeden ono aduane na si ho wo beba banku emo wachi da koro de wo ba ya na oyere asesa anwea ena de agu tansi nim ena wabu aso na odi asi ho okwoka wo yere se da bia me no aduane ma wo nti ene de mama wa anwea di ni sai ka wanu tum ne di ni sai da bia me no aduane ma wo nti ene amede bo ene anwea bra ne de awe ne saa ne de neda. That is the logic they are telling us. So if every day you call the elections perfect, and today one calling it perfect and also we didn't say huna na political parties ni complain a was said that bia I call the elections perfect ya di ntina ene de wo complain to mo pa kire say so obi bɔ ne yera kɔhoma da bia na sɛ da koroba na sɛ ne yere no asesa anwea ne abo agu chance mu dia kosiwa the kunu no has no right to complain. This is the logic some of the media are trying to tell us. This is their logic. This is the logic they are trying to portray. This is the logic they want to tell us. Eh? Jimisa. Some of them na kasa no dwene mo ho ezisi so dwene mo ho ba bia nyensa bia ni ba bia ubuso mo san kofu kura ko school mo claim say no mo nya result no e free electoral commission ho electoral commission figures no are different from the your friend is saying from the media. Electoral commission figures omukura no is different from what the media is holding. So this will clearly tell us the media was taking their result from what the MPP strong group Poladom Ochrebekai. Poladom Ochrebekai. Are you supposed to take electoral result from, let me say, 2 contestants or more elections? Now, electoral result a free back. Do you expect the person to give you the correct one? When we name someone away media, okasa Ghana for bit, you know, and that TV3 for years we are saying and the MPP has got 140 cents saying, oh, number good when you support all. And the TV3 credibility, money credibility be. Money credibility be. I'm talking with reasonable human beings. At ya say, ebi adwene do mutirim bo modwene omonyene. Any idiot can make any idiotic comment. I like that. Peter not just akasa asem for say any idiot can make any idiotic comment. The wise will understand what I'm saying, but the fool will always fool around. I'm telling you, say on the 7th of January, Kurumha, on the 6th, on the 7th, you say you can court in the ruling, never on the 4th on the minimum. That court ruling would determine what will happen on the 6th and on the 7th. You are waiting on the 4th. What case and be determined never be brave. To see a crown be seen the Techiman South case, a book adaya, and you could see baby, why na winning ya you because electoral commission he is supposed to pronounce the elections in public. Untimen kwa share die baby mu se Zabzugu se Techiman South. Omo kwa share die bi mu NDC ni bia ni ho enye baby omo to aba na omo akotena baby na MPP candidate ni kire ne say fashe ha owia na wa record video di aba bonti aba kire say nipa ase mesi na we ne ye sa ne constitution ne ka kire say ye bobo aba say ye to aba wi parliamentary no yisi ni MPP fo nkwan kwahye baby na omo twetwere electoral result mbra bonti ne record video me kan kire Ghana for say enipa ase mesi na we ne nyansa wo. So the MPP and the NDC, so specifically the NDC should never accept that Techiman South result. She says that's good, so at a standby. It's up to date. This year about 4 or 5 cases. Yeah, and clear who has won, even if the ho even some judges, court judges are on the seas are up to date. Ayi dia na Zabzugu dia no yehu dia kwesi Techiman South dia ni yehu dia kwesi sisi ahwan and sisi awokotu super speaker. And don't think the MPP should never think in their life that the NDC will accept for them to choose a speaker. They shouldn't even think. And the ANC wa Ghana ha. And no the ANC. The MPP should never, they shouldn't even dream of it. They shouldn't even dream. Say, or mo never go to speaker. Our parliament war on the seas. Hey, Ghana ne nyo bia dia. Aka mo say, mo pese maintain peace na, yesre mo. Ghana constitution ye di adwuma. Simple. Constitution no, and ye be go by the constitution. Simple as that. Ghana ha no be ma media. O your president dabi, nobody is above the constitution. Nanado has no right to make any orders to say yonko chusuwe. Ghana constitution ya nanado dia. Ghana constitution Ghana ni biadia. So the NDC should never and ever accept for the MPP to choose any speaker. That will not happen because all Ghanaians have seen it clear. Say NDC for and win a majority in parliament. Simple. So they shouldn't accept. They should go by the constitution. Simple. Constitution and the MPP has no right to give any orders. The president, his office is the highest, but his office is not above the constitution. Simple. So I'm papa because Ghana constitution in your media. And here international community no. And UN shouldn't sit down and expect to say he Ghana we have no mobile chair mo somebody is quite to say see UN a juma is here we are so why and say he ba na ye chair mo and I wheat ne anwa de amamo. This is the time we need these people to come and speak out. This is the time we need them to come and speak out. Somebody me chia papa. I mean shit out. So we need them. What you say? Because Ghana democracy na quite say yanka see intimi fa nya adwuma. See intimi fa nya adwuma there then international community in them simple as that. Because baby Ghana keka kon de enye you coup pa na ekoso no pure coup na ekoso no. The same people for no coup no mo ye Ghana no. Pure coup. When Tenassia consists state resource in state property, with the soldiers in the name, your friends and police in the name, state institutions, no person would do more intimidating nipa. So the easy way, may say, if the MPP lose, this easy must be in prison. They should never allow that woman to walk out free. If the NDC let that woman walk away free, then that means I got a constitution in Yajuma. Whoever wins next, and I know said MPDC will surely win. When they win, me I'm saying it, must start yes our campaign. No. Say easy way, we try best 100 years. And for man will prison. Next time, Upiba on the fair democracy in India group. Unkwana conduct elections will be saying. I don't see nowhere in this world. Nowhere in this world would electoral commission pronounce elections more than 6 times. If not once, not twice, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7. Which part of this world? And there will still be peace in that country. Then you come out and tell me, say, Muhammad is not peaceful. He should concede for the sake of peace. Oh, yare. Oh, yare. You declare elections on 7 times, so say concede for the sake of peace. What but damn? So Muhammad should never and ever accept. Maka, that's the way Maka to say. Or more claim say Muhammad should concede for the sake of peace. You know, Muhammad shouldn't concede. Whoever wants to bring the war to Ghana, no man for war, because Muhammad can't the war, but Muhammad will be so kukubi or say I will not concede, which is his constitutional right. Muhammad should never and ever concede this election. Simple. Ghanaians will fight his fight for him. Ghanaians will fight for him. I can't tell you, Cote d'Ivoire, Supreme Court to pass on my judgment to who. But the citizens, told or much the Supreme Court and they say they are the power, they are the real constitution. Yes. Don't you know? La Cote d'Ivoire. So when the citizens, when they rise up against government, the government has no option. Government can never and ever fight the citizens. Nanado Ghana for the many show. Ubiehu. Nanado. Wababe dane tyrant. Is wababe dane Idi Amin. Ewa Ghana Hanum. What dane Idi Amin? There be American. Up to date, Sanko Fu mu election simu. Nanado Namho. Ubi wu abruchiri. US. Wo Nanado wu nimne baby ya. Shishani mu. I need gentility outside home crying tea. Not turn up Ghana Hanum. Aye ye the George Floyd. And she share ni mu, and the mother. And I'm mother good. Ghana Hanum institutions say, yeah, Jumanina. She share ni mu, sir. Institutions say, yeah, Jumanina, no matter that time when he has it. See MPP, see police na ba be omodia. See ababe omodia. I'm still wondering why Obi the second day Japan is still roaming in this country as a free man. Ghana democracy ni shaky. See the friend Musa Fuseni refused to go. Mount say assassin, which is wrong. The CID is not supposed to call anybody and the person has no right to say Memko. But because of how the CID is behaving in this country, now when they call the NDC up, they also refuse. Yeah. That is what is going on in the country now. Yeah. You see, if you cannot arrest the MPP people, don't dare go and arrest any your friend is saying NDC member. Gentility outside home cry. Sa what here? Gentility outside home cry. Sa na here. We say Osisha kuti no kwa bruchira. Ghana beyond aid. Ghana beyond aid. Ghana beyond aid. So what Bobo Sanchez president bi aba betena wi asem. Aba betena Ghana. Sa Ghana beyond aid. Ghana beyond aid. Ghana beyond aid in a way. MPP communicators themselves never understood the word Ghana beyond aid. Up to date, what is the meaning of Ghana beyond aid? They don't even understand their own party ideologies. The MPP communicators. Ghana beyond aid that way. Makacha say when another travel outside, she share any more anything, she share any more gentility outside home cry. Young Bonjin was on president, Papa. Oh, cry no share you who now because some serious. I quite say, I say, Mom say, back in the days, we say boot nanya common, moi a woman in the 90s, Once a boot nanya common, you by the 2000s, moon, boot nanya common, sir. Do one no more than 9 son and never bob. Or more than make a service kaka crofino, or sorry, come to boot to man or manation who couldn't die, and you didn't could not go no mambo who take. Sana nado tie. Hwehwe ne mu saa wanya hwe. To be dress kuntan ngu na beka say yes president ni. Meeting ayen frɛ no kro beko. Kwantu e wo ha nyino betu. Na no ne nam ha, ekina no nam UK, ekina kia no nam ha, ekina kia no nam ha. Say ya. Na baabi ayen frɛ kro beko. Kwalende mbasa. Inti mu de wotena Ghana hanuma na ayeden enye wukuru ni hospital krampo obra so onko na Ghana common hospital obra so onko na Ghana me kaisa bra o motam Ghana sika so mu di koto drone mani bere wa Ghana hanum ka kire mo say drone no eyankwase ade drone no a waste of state money ebi hu me say me atamfo na wo mpa o man ni yi na wo mpa di ande na me kanyans asema kire mo say hospitals e wa Ghana ha no mkrampo no empa krampo na amanfo be kwakoda so no omu ni bi. So there is no need say you better sika say de kwakoto drone abra ye nimpa ehe na yarefo ne be da age ayaresa no ti yarefo ne be da fom ho no pneumonia krampo be che no say pneumonia ye friend say pneumonia say de pneumonia krampo be che yarefo no ansa na ye de drone no ene adru na ba be duru ho no. Say would wuti yade na call hospital a wo be ba fie na the fever ba fie because where you even sleep asem say wo kwa 19 na bu ya ba na the malaria ba wo be da bontia man tontoma hwo ya ka tell say hospitals ni bu ha mahamasi you the government in power don't come and complain to we Ghanaians at Mahamasi hospital one to best and good na ma ka tell say ye jimi sem o bada Mahamasi hospital one to bed and good into we only years as about to bed and good. Government is continuation according to our constitution. In fact, say government be here anywhere we are government no baba no want to aso hospital na Mahamasi and bottom sika e Ghana property. Jimmy say na Commander Sugar Factory and enya adwuma na Jimmy say ya na Commander Sugar Factory enya adwuma na people buy some hammer and that here with the planting for food and jobs aba when huni nyansa say the previous government atima si factory si ho media member do ahwede keke upon all the planting for food and jobs no me bi ahwede keke now the mefa equipped factory no ndam ho na Jimmy sa factory ben na Akufo Addo buy we see a Eduru Commander Sugar Factory. Tell me factory no class be seen way you still want to come and rule Ghana again. I don't cast a Ghana for you, Jimmy. Tribalistic people. You see, I will speak until the Dean Nado is kicked out of office. When he's kicked out of office, see, come on, I Ghana Mama Hama Yarga Krampu no Antre. So guys, I'm out. You better do come on. Yami Adoma. You better have a baby near baby doing come on. Why? That was say. Yami should be.
And even after you present your case in the courtroom, your commentary must also still be guided. You have heard Peter McMenu, the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign of President Akufo-Addo, say that their lawyers are ready and they will go to the court to show that Mahama got votes he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6 a.m. news.
Yeah.
You heard him.
I found that really surprising.
So what that simply tells you is that Mahama is spot on when he says there are doubts that must be removed.
Yeah.
Because even his opponent agrees with him that there are doubts.
That the results were not accurate.
Yes.
Fascinating. Now, Odelia, I know you remember the last time we had an election petition.
Live for BM Odiasia. Good evening. The TNSA, a bala fana, a baba canocre, Odiasia. They said the Eddie can canocre once in your life. And so far, a year, Yahuno, and Mr. Yankupon Peso expose you are. What you expose you are, my urefi and sembinum Odiasia. And sembinum Odiasia said, whenever you are doing Moankasa Mosha me Mayina Matuni design Peter McMenu or MPP or more your friend saying or more chairman campaign team chairman no say Yankopon Ompe Bonintino. I don't know I won't say one no air from say Muhuya or more interview no. So I dare say or more my naive or more person becano crano or more an interview. I'm say Joy FM no video no ha me bona kakra mo mai de ahu hwe asama epie na no ono a wagi atum say easy figures na easy the buy no even ode mama no kra no na mistakes wom odi ate say your friend saying Peter McMenu oye your friend saying campaign chairman ono ankasa agi atum say mistakes e wo mu a na samre we ede ben e na easy hide Odi asia ye mu bi no me pese bisa sa questions no nti won so papa the MPP NDC to nchen na bisa ohun sa question no to say Peter McMenu ebe kan no o say o ye Ghana ni to say wa won so ye Ghana ni no o say omo MPP for no kra na agi atum say EC figure na even odi ama mama no kra na mistake wo ma na just a point pa odi asia no ntina ma hunu wa hanam. And to me, no, to say the Eddie can no. Say, what you to say mistake, even Mama Crana and your 40 mistakes. They say, what you mistakes not to me there. Not just say, you was somebody, papa, and a dear na war also a movie say, we MPP Nino, Oka, because of more, everyone saying, campaign chairman, Ankasa, Abia to say, easy figures, no, and your correct figures. Mistakes, Mudia, not just say. Dien ena yebeyama yenyina ye ho atoye odi ase to me there they say the media kan no minyi otwen enya doa run off odi ase obi an ho win here because of samre ya a friend saying and as samre we ya a friend saying chairman abegiatum say easy mistakes wo mu there na just say yenso no can it be this time no before no na I say mama nko na e kan this time there before no nyina na I say mama na and I say NDC for na eka say easy figures no nya easy even though easy no keep on changing the figures no na amount for abo money here up to please say omonte hwe ko mun say odogo bi kura here enu abe what they say na samre ya even saying MPP campaign chairman McMenu enso abeka say easy figures no mistakes wom no minua bema minua ba won so dey na oka what they say ntino sana Nyankopon ye na ade o de ase se wo pese uwie obi a se ubu kotokote kwasia no na nyankopon so den ehwe oto o de ase o fa o plan ne se obebu nipa no na nyankopon so ne plan hwe de ECD kan ye figures no ba entale o de ase 50 plus obi anya gidi sa wa change no friends 7 times I mean o ka say hwe de friends campaign manager of MPP and so aba be kane friends and na etwa mu o say EC figures no omo ankasa kra no agi atum say EC figures no kra anya den enya correct figures na je say obi be say no kra ebe daddy o de ase say the city bia na me olumai o say no kra etese kon so o hwe form kra etene o hwe nchen a etene side bia obehwe bia no kon no de etene enchea o de ase sa na tie ntino no kra de ene efense kontompo enye ayi enhia o de ase ntino video kakra we na me aba unua woso ma obi so enya binhwe se nipa ne bebre no enhyada follow Facebook ana say de ekoso ye de ya follow ya hu ma memmo video no kakra bi na mo hu de makmenu ankasa de na no ye de ekan ntino ye wi a na je say me de majuma de na ko wi ya me ncha o de ase ntino muntie de Peter Macmenu ye friend interview ye so mbekasa no asama oye den okan no eno na ye ba betie no o de ase ono an kan ye o we de enyame na me ka share na no o se figures no mistakes nkwa ena easy aye.
And thank you so much for your time. Let's bring in the 2020 campaign chairman for President Akufo-Addo, Mr. Peter Macmenu. Thank you very much also for your time here on Top Story. So, go to court was you and your party's response to every concern raised by the NDC regarding the election 2020. They are in court now. Are you ready for the showdown?
Oh, my team of lawyers are already dissecting their petition. We are also assembling our own documents. We also believe, and we will prove that in court, that even John Mahama did not receive the number of votes that has been credited to him. And we're going to show that in the course of the trial.
You talk about this team. Who and who make up that team? The party's response to every concern raised by the NDC regarding the election 2020. They are in court now. Are you ready for the showdown?
Oh, my team of lawyers are already dissecting their petition. We are also assembling our own documents. We also believe, and we will prove that in court, that even John Mahama did not receive the number of votes that has been credited to him. And we're going to show that in the course of the trial.
You talk about this team. Who and who make...
Yo, video na na mabo kakra den akire no e ho bebre wo di ase e ntino we ntina ma ye ba ye campaign your friend saying team or ye chairman of MPP agiatum say EC figures no why mistake bebre enyo ade a obi anya 51 no te say the ready kan no na je say NDC e wo case no sanso na me ade ya na ye mesre no kura no say me pese chikata nya oba no EC your friend saying woman nanka or the national boot num nanka wa cross examine nanka ya hu de ebesi but enya dan ya ebenya no e wo ho no mo de ase enti no kakra ya wo ho no ya ba be kan no hwe video na the friends push mo obi na obi so enya de enya bi hwe Peter Macmenu abetu no nim tuo o de ase se o shedaw se mistake na o ye yo se na na fom yo ndi nakopon kwa nim o de ase ebeja mo hanom mepam no enya video kakra de bebrem o de ase video na ma ba kira wo no o se EC figures no mistake to him say ono kra na wo ye NPP your friend say campaign chairman no agia to say figures wo ma na ke say NDC edi your friend say edi bem say so mo court na ye nyina ya we say omo chairman no kra na agia to ma na ke say NDC nkunim die bi e wo ho e ma NDC wo de ase achia enso emu ye ebeja mu nyina wo hanam ebenyima obi bia no bye. Choose.
Point. Journalists from most media houses waited anxiously for some news from the courtroom. The usual sitting time of 10 a.m. was however delayed till about 12:52 p.m. When the 9 panel of judges finally took their seat, this was the verdict.
We unanimously dismiss the claims relating to duplicate serial numbers, duplicate polling station codes, and unknown polling stations, as for short. Atuguba, Adinyira, Bafu Boni, Gwedegwe, and Akotobamfu JJSC dismissed the claim of overvoting. Atuguba, Adinyira, Bafu Boni, Gwedegwe, and Akotobamfu JJSC dismissed the claim relating to absence of signature of presiding officer. Atuguba, Adinyira, Doche, Bafu Boni, Gwedegwe, and Akotobamfu dismissed the claim relating to voting without biometric verification. Ansa, Owusu, and Eni Yabua JJSC grant all the 3 claims, that's to say overvoting, absence of presiding officer signature, and voting without biometric verification, and all the votes involved, and order a rerun of the affected areas. Doche JSC grants the claim of overvoting, but has provided a roadmap in his judgment as to the figures of votes to be ascertained and cancelled, and a rerun of the areas affected. Doche JSC upholds the claim relating to absence of presiding officer signatures on the pink sheets, cancels the results concerned, and orders a rerun of the areas affected. Bafu Boni JSC grants the claim of voting without biometric verification, cancels the votes involved, and orders a rerun of the areas affected. In the circumstances, the overall effect is that the first respondent was validly elected and the petition is therefore dismissed. Our various judgments, for the sake of convenience, are handed over to the registrar of this court.
In less than 15 minutes, judgment was passed. The respondents obviously received the news with great joy. The counsels for the second and third respondents, Mr. Chachu Chikata, in an interview after the verdict, said the court has vindicated President Mahama and the NDC.
The main message that we would like to state quite clearly is that this decision of the Supreme Court dismisses all the claims of the petitioners. There should be no doubt about that. President John Mahama is the elected president of this country. That is clear, and we hope that that will unambiguously be acknowledged, and we can proceed as a united country to address the developmental challenges that we have.
On the other hand, Mr. Tony Letha commended the media for their coverage.
You have a role to play in this country, and I hope that going forward, you as pressmen will continue to play that role.
NDC miaweza aladani zongo kanami ingelezo kana bebia ayikoya puto sotupu mahani mahina anu huria translate atemuri inna anu negira Mama Rabu. Hey, head up. Order number 2. Just number 2. Big push. Mama. I play a photo. Sotopo. Mahani. Mahani. Mahina. Mahina. I don't want to hear. I put here.
It's here for Ojani share program no kama in a professional way. Greetings to NDC family and all my friends and followers on social media, on Facebook to be precise. Ojani share program no kama and Haji Mutala Mola Enyanom mi cheche Ghana for nyina bibia utie mi bia no bibri ewo Ghana mutie mi ewo Ghana sanso ena bibri ewo United States of America ena yewo bibri so ewo Saudi Arabia bibia obetie mi bia no me chiao enyanom Ghana for emi se Nyankopon eya adoma Yebabe can be to some of the MPP guys and the MPP party, and another message to the NDC family. The message to NDC family, and he say, there is possibility, say ABIA on the 7th, no, there is possibility that Yebetimi Aswe Akufo-Addo in Ewo Parliament House. Some of the MPP guys, especially Omon Sheda and issues regarding law and issues regarding politics, you know. Near Omobon Paya and they say they should swear Akufo-Addo in. Omontia Siemono, nature say yes, swear Akufo-Addo in on the 7th. Nature say that is all. There is nothing that NDC can do. But that is not the end of the story. Unless, and I say, except to say one kasankasano, the law, no, you don't understand, and the issues regarding politics, any Ghana election, no, you don't understand. So I want to reassure NDC family not to think, say, after Akufo-Addo you sworn in nature say there is nothing the NDC can do, or there is nothing the law can do. And this is the perception, and I say Sir Adiwe ena MPP for Ana Akufo-Addo. He's trying to put it in the mind of Ghanaians. He say you sworn in, that is the end of the story, and that is the message some of the MPP communicators are putting across. But that is not the end. We have all the proofs and indications to say ASI case way. The court, you know, has two options, and I am saying this on record. You can quote me everywhere. This case, you know, with the evidence available at hand, you know, the Supreme Court has two options. After these two options, you know, the Supreme Court has no other option apart from these two. One option, and he say, the Supreme Court will order for an independent auditing of the 2020 presidential results. That is the first option. Come rain, come shine, the Supreme Court may order may order an independent auditing, because MPP for Epia Bonte Ebabe Kase Omo ankasa no eye figures na Jimensa Edema John Dramani Mahama no, there is mistakes was our figures no, and NDC Fonso Ekase figures na Electoral Commission Edema Akufo-Addo no. And yes, sir, it is over. So in this sense, you know, both parties, they've come to agreement to say the EC is incompetent. The EC chair, rather, Jimensa, is incompetent. And hence, you know, the figures she used to declare Akufo-Addo, no, wrong. Yet the Nyankopon say somebody, most powerful man within the MPP, And even some of the communicators within the MPP are confirming, say, yes, there is something wrong with the figures given to John Dramani Mahama from the MPP. And the NDC too are standing on that principle, say, even the figures given to Akufo-Addo, there is something wrong with it. So the only way to know the actual figures is through independent auditing. So if the court order for independent auditing are NDC edunkunim, because that is the caller John Dramani Mahama Odiba Bontin. John Dramani Mahama did not come out to say, I won the elections and therefore unseat Akufo-Addo and swear me in. That is not the demand from John Dramani Mahama. The demand in said, Yenfa independent auditors to confirm the results, whether results na Jimensa Eddie declare Akufo-Addo as president, say NDC BGAD and as a fence GA2 and as on John Dramani Mahama no BGA2 no, just say independent auditors. And this is exactly where we are heading. And this is why I am saying this on record, say the Supreme Court has only two options. Number one, to order independent auditing, or number two, to call for re-election. That is the only two options available to Supreme Court. I will tell you the reason why me can say the Supreme Court has only two options. And every option now Supreme Court will be taken, NDC edunkunim. If the Supreme Court decide to call for independent auditing, NDC edunkunim, MPP edunkugo, because in the first place, this is what the NDC has been calling for. So, and I say, if the Supreme Court call for re-election now, edunkunim. So both the two options available to Supreme Court, near Supreme Court, ebe chusubiano, NDC edunkunim. This is why I am very confident to tell all NDC families, say, just buy your white handkerchief and wait after 40 days. Don't bother if you see Akufo-Addo on the 7th of January wearing white and doing whatever. Nanyina ye fiasco. So obia ontimi mfa obanda no. Obia no kwoti ewo gafara. Obia no kwoti nyejuma. Na se opia bonti na oka kire o se makosi Israel makosi 7 round wo ha ne say. Enya wo na odada no kwoti. Atasiye. So if Akufo-Addo knows very well, say he did not win the election, then he went further to wear white and allow himself to be humiliated, come and give speeches in the name of president-elect. Then after 40 days, you are going back as a civilian. And the only thing Akufo-Addo can do is to run out of Ghana to United Kingdom. And this is what is bound to happen. And these two options available are all victory for NDC. Whether the Supreme Court calls for independent auditing is a victory for the NDC, and whether the Supreme Court calls for re-election is a victory for the NDC. And these are the only two options available. With the evidence available, the Supreme Court cannot wash this issue under the carpet. It's impossible and impossible. A idea intimacy with the evidence available. What I say? Mamo classical example. To say obino obi na ekontokwa. What I say? And I say obino obi ena enya manson with regards to Jepadia ana adibia omode asi obi nchen. Say meno ena ye susu. What I say? Ena ekoba wi ayi no na nyina ye di achinje say. We say 50. Me say 50. Me say 40. Afei na mpanifo ohene na ojaje no se de bi mo nyina mo kase nipa ko na mode musika ide ensi ne nchen no mo so onye papa sika na ode to ho ema mo no we ema different figure. Every wise chief would demand say and the yemfa nipa ko na oji susu ne nsi nchen na yemfa independent auditor to cross examine and to cross check figures and they say because report na say independent no beba no ono e na be kire the real idea modasi susu and nchen matters here. So this is exactly what is going to happen with these 2020 elections. Let me go further to explain certain principles and certain things at stake. May Jane say the Supreme Court has no option than to order for independent auditing or to order for re-election. The NDC has a good case, and this good case at hand, Ebeye Din Sakufado Ekofa Supreme Court lawyer be from UK Mpoa Ontimi Ndiasewe Emano. Never, it can never happen. Here are the proofs. Mumayenko into the details. The argument in our NDC for Edo Kono. This is the argument. I want everybody to pay attention to whatever I'm coming to. All the figures I'm just follow the figures. The case available to NDC 9th December 2020. Listen to me very carefully. 9th December 2020. Figures are Electoral Commission at the Babonton are different. Figures now Electoral Commission at the Babonton are different. And the figures now Electoral Commission at the Babonton 9th December no. What calculate percentage Electoral Commission edema candidates in Nyanano obenya 100%. What I say? Na trese figure na Electoral Commission percentage, it is the defense the total vote cast. Your total vote cast and your total valid vote cast. They are different. And the easy at the different figure na total vote cast fence votes na amount for atotu menu aseno no when ye free. What I say? And all the teacher percentages no. And to say what is figure no teacher Emma or it will come to 100%. The question in this calculation is abana aseno ewainfa eyahe. These are the questions. Okay. Also about Bontino and also figure now made a year calculation teacher percentages Emma presidential candidates in Nyanano. My mistake. Essence say nanka say made figure na total valid vote cast no and say made by me calculations no ba made total vote cast and fine ya tiase we nipa utimi mistake nipa bia through o tro bibia obetimi mistake na kofa figure for bra figure na o dwen say nanka total valid vote cast no use that one to make the calculations. Yes, I edisa total valid vote cast on calculation so you know it doesn't balance. And balance it. Abab a friend say assign ati ababejina 97%. 90 nature say first one no 100% without minusing friend say rejected and I say ballot papers na ase no ye yemfrim say ye yifrim a balance no imbalance asabe gina 97%. Okay, say no say o the first figure na o the ba enkane no total vote cast no the calculation no we a mistake brana be correction so a o the figure foforo she introduced another new figure. Say adia odwin say I mistake no na o ba be say ese wo di ne nkane wo de buy no o kire say mistake no then you correct and bring the new one. Then mistake na or de ba no she did not bring the first mistake no she introduced a new figure and then corrected the new figure and she based on that to divide to all the presidential candidates. And also no Ankwesiaka expose calculations, it doesn't balance. Oh, say, bokrono, and you are not smarter, you can never balance the equation. So say no. Isi no, obabe declare results no, okasem kesiye bipa. Sa asam na isi che, Jin Mensa ekaye no, sa asam no ena ebema isi no ayeden afeli. Because isi no, o make statement be categorically say Results are maybe declare and I say maybe announce. One constituency enka ho a Techima South. Na Techima South also no about registered voters is over 100,000. I think say 120 1,000. And she went further. Nyankopon our hata soro on pese. Easy no. And she should do away and she should go away with this stealing. Nyankopon expose easy no to make certain statements in such a way that say it is difficult for her to backtrack and I say to withdraw those statements. So we are going to base on that declaration statement na or they can who answer or declare no or say Techima is out on enka ho. Okay. Why? And I won't care because the EC chair Jim Mensah was in hurry to declare the results because in fear say there is possibility say NDC for Ebehu Krona Awaboncheno. So she should be fast and declare the results. Because when you say Obi Ebo Kronoa, say Usru say Yabechoa, send Obo Krona Ocean Change Ayentame PF Honomono. This is exactly what the EC chair did. And with the supervision of the MPP and Akufo-Addo, they were giving her guidelines and if anything, forcing her to declare the results as early as possible because they fear that mistakes in our oil and our chrono or bono. So when if she declare results on intem and gani if you want more and this for by the channel. But upon all this, she did not succeed. She did not succeed. Sanka onyabutre calculations tie complaints are NDC for deba any suggestions are NDC for edeba kasa mistake we nyina NC mokaya NDC for e ka kire jimense se nyabotre ayinu enye se ye rasho se declare results no one awodi 24 hours ema wo ho e ka kire Ghana for say election 2020 no within 24 hours no obe declare results enye obia na ema sa time frame no eye easy na nkasa ene edisa time frame no ema no ho just because the EC knew say elections na yeto no calculations no ya ye ede amane dada fa say ma Akufo-Addo na fa say ma we so it is like pre-recorded incident bia ya ye ede ato ho na ye ba be play ede a kire Ghana for so the EC thought say essence say ya planning ya programming ya ye bibia dada ede ato ho say this is how to go about it and declare Akufo-Addo president even so Lucy election numpoa. This is the plan. So the EC was giving some basic principles and some your friend is saying some routine be a SSA obedi echi to declare Akufo-Addo without any problem. But executing that plan no and a eteja. So sa plan no I say oba baby enyanso. Now when him say election way, this is how to go about it. Minus way, never way so she thought it was easy. It was easy to steal in favor of Akufo-Addo. But results when I started Ebano, I feel the easy no say, hey, Asaba can say, I will declare the results within 24 hours. No, it's impossible and impossible. And so it is the easy pressure. No, some people are arguing say the reason why Jim Mensah made those mistakes, the NDC were giving her pressure. This is not true. Because in the first place, the EC Emma on Ankasa 24 hours, which is not Adibia NDC for Emma and sa condition. They say this election 2020, we want you to declare the results within 24 hours. It is the EC on Ankasa and this time freeway man. So okay say na NDC for catch say, Madam, even say ukuta American technology, America for year to abano, and yet 24 hours and no more declare results. Look at Great America. With this infrastructure put in place, with these machines, year to an what does here? Within some few hours, now you will tell you they know the figures already. America is over 24 hours and no more they declare winner. Na Ghana poor Ghana. A day general so now wo EC boss on original so a promises say within 24 hours you will declare the results. This should tell you say the EC gave and he said promises not because infrastructure or honomono and ebeboano just because your friends say ya tenase a planning the kwanya obe first obe declare Akufo-Addo president, you know. They've already sat down and planned. So she thought say it was easy to just come and execute the plan. What I say, that is why she gave herself 24-hour deadline. So Obeka Sano, she put herself under pressure. What I say, so if you promise Ghanaians say within 24 hours you declare the results, and the Ghanaians were expecting say that is what was going to happen, and then subsequently no bibia SRT after 24 hours yanteshwe will pay you bibia ni ho. Of course the NDC will do what? They will ask questions, say, Madam, and now catch say within 24 hours you will declare the results or no. Now add offense to Ediana Oye, Ediana Usuru, Ediana Koswa 24 hours now where they Emma or Hono, after they won't me and Bamba declare results or no within that time frame. So when it is per the promise and the timetable like is you know Edimano Hono, it is based on that and the NDC for Edibisa questions. But Sanka EC no AAD, the EC did not come out to promise Ghanaians say they would declare the results within 24 hours. Anka NDC for will not ask questions say I didn't say this 24 hours on declare results. So if about the time frame issue, let's blame the EC and not the NDC. EC no mounted pressure on itself, and I'm said omobo chrono sir. Kind of pressure and guilty conscience and blah blah and okoti mistakes when you know. But here is the case that NDC for will win the case at the courts. Number one, listen to me and listen to me very carefully. Figure now easy for Eddie HHA percentage first one a mistake. Oko correction so you change the figure and brought a new figure. That figure too amounted to 97%. And drew 100%. And wechi Obaba declare results or no. Isi Baba declare results or no. Isi no eka say. Me declare results way. Emo minim say aka one constituency a Techima South. But Techima South no. Yede nenye na Emma John Dramani Mahama. The figures on the John Dramani Mahama on to me and winning election. And I say on to me and drew Akufo-Addo figure no. Hence no. Se figure na aka no Techima South no yede ka John Dramani Mahama de ho on to me empa Akufo-Addo, and Akufo-Addo will still get over 50 plus 1 vote. That is her claim. Based on that, you know, the EC said categorically say, based on that she went ahead to declare Akufo-Addo as president. Woohoo! So this is where the point is. Say no, NDC for say okay, say EC chair, o say Techima South na akano, yede nenye na ma John Dramani Mahama, still Akufo-Addo figure no, ebeye 50 plus 1. SSA Obi Benya Ansana and declare the president, you know. That is why you went ahead to declare. Fine. Say no. NDC for put that into test. And the NDC for Ecofa sa figure na e what Techima South, you know. And Omodema John Dramani Mahama. No, Oma John Dramani Mahama. Omedi sa figure no, Eddie Beka, the actual figure no after ya deducti your friend say a ballot where votes na ase no ye film ye kofa Techima idea no ebeka the total valid vote cast no and ye chechema omo nyina pepe no per the figures na obi anya we enye say EC no NDC for we na omo ye no say EC chair no o say yemfa figure na nyina Emma John Dramani Mahama sa no kai o say the figure no ma John Dramani Mahama still Akufo-Addo benya 50 plus 1 vote. NDC for say let's put this into test. Omukofa sa figure no from Techima no. Omanfa amma John Dramani Mahama as said by the Electoral Commission chair. Omedi sa figure no, they added it to the total valid vote. Then per the figures in our Ubia Anyano declared by the EC, they started dividing by the total valid vote cast plus the Tachimai divided by figure figure na EC Edima Akufo-Addo divided by the valid vote cast plus the Tachimai there times 100 will give you the percentage. Akufo-Addo dia no sesi amenemo kase no case I presented to the courts. And this is why I am saying this on record. Say the Supreme Court has only two options. One is to call for independent auditing, and two is to call for re-election. So to swear Akufo-Addo on the 7th will not change anything. Oba Begu Nenima is more, because to go and wear white and come and stand to give speeches, after 40 days, the Supreme Court will order for independent auditing or re-election. Not president, no, we near woo. Party now, why when you know a sika say. So anka menkwa anka Supreme Court say yebe save Ghana sika because swearing in sika yebe say no ye wiye say the budget ne ba enye sika kitwa o. Now, knowing very well, say the Supreme Court, whether raining or shining, cannot, based on this evidence, to declare Akufo-Addo president or to allow him to rule for 4 years. Adentina yen Supreme Court place injunction on the swearing in to save Ghana from spending this swearing in money for free. Because sika yadukoye swear ini eye sika yako say no kwa. There is no use because se oko swear obi in na after 40 days nipa krono court na sa order say baby yen kofa independent auditors and I say yen re-election na John Dramani Mahama ewini a na kire say yokoya na say baye na kire say swearing in no akoye menu Ebeye 2. So this is financial loss to the state. So to save money for Ghana, Adentina Supreme Court. Say Supreme Court no Ghana home. Say Ghana Ghana mboka. Yebe se sika ako hai ngonja ako ye den ako siesi ho ako ye wi a the budget ne ba ubeti sika kakraka ye bobo. Say all these millions went in for swearing Akufo-Addo as president. Nese Supreme Court ever independent auditors. Na ye audit, na ye babe who say figure na ye declare Akufo-Addo ni wrong. And so we are going for another election. Na ye next election, nese John Dramani Mahama esa winia. Na ye asanso aswe no in. Sika ya say ediama Akufo-Addo no. Yesai ebabe say sikano aswe John Dramani Mahama. Within one term, swearing in menu. So, Adentina Supreme Court place injunction on swearing in of Akufo-Addo to save Ghana from spending this money for nothing. For spending this money for nothing, because per the evidence available, the Supreme Court cannot turn the decision. It has only two options: either to call for independent auditing or to call for re-election. The Supreme Court cannot watch this under carpet because per the figures available, per the figures in our EC boss, Jim Mensah declare Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo did not get 50 plus 1. So Adentina Court, this is the question that SSA Ghana for a baby, sir. This is why we should know that some people within the government and even the Supreme Court, they don't think about Ghana. And they don't even care if the Ghana so Oma Nyanisa na Omoma yes where Akufo-Addo in on the 7th. Na Omosa Kodani case, for calling for re-election. Na John Dramani Mahama ewinia. Who should we blame? Sasi kana Akufo-Addo oko spending to be sworn in on the 7th no. Mfaswano ewa himfa. Mfaswano ewa himfa. So Adentina yen place injunction on that date, on the 7th, na yen proceeding with the court procedure, Kopim say Yebenya final way decision outcome I from the court, then we have one swearing in at once. Okay, eno enkoda chain. Mema explanations with the reason Emma me conclude say the Supreme Court has only two options. One is to take or to order for independent auditing, and two is to call for re-election. Says Yano, Yakofa figures na ewo techima South no. Yakofa figures na ewo techima South. Figures na Jean Mensa eka say ye de ma John Dramani Mahama nkwao. Ye de ma John Dramani Mahama still Akufo-Addo will get 50+1 no. Ye de sa figure no. Ena ye de koka total valid vote cast no. Ena ye divide percentage per the figures na omunya ye no. Okay? Figure no eti abafom. Ati abafom. Akufo-Addo say ye use this figure na Akufo-Addo benya, let me see the figure once again. 1 minute. This is the actual figure Akufo-Addo benya. Obenya 49%. Akufo-Addo benya 49%. 49% no. Na John Dramani Mahama benya 46%. We a final calculations are ye first no. Ye the figure no nyina e de ma John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama be kosoro. Na Akufo-Addo beba 40, I think say 48. Okay? But say the south figure no, Techima South figure no, say ye the add total figure no, na divide it into percentages a omunya Akufo-Addo will just climb a little bit up to 49%. So still no, say ye divide ye na as claimed by the EC no, say ye the figures na Emma John Dramani Mahama still no, Akufo-Addo will get 50+1 no, ayentro per her own figures no, approve say in some of our no correct. So this is why me catch Mutia Chikata ya NDC lawyer or the assembly about you know, or say or see case where any Facebook or some obit in a Facebook say hey any case where enko siaka or say na kasakwan because per the evidence available with NDC no say even Supreme Court no say Akufo-Addo ankasankasa ena ote hono mo a he cannot your friend say ontimi enkase and he will continue to be the president. Even the Akufo-Addo himself. Say Akufo-Addo na nkasa ena Supreme Court judge. Onti min kase per the evidence of because a law no ena yedi ejuma. This is why I'm saying the Supreme Court has only two options: either to call for independent auditing or to call for re-election. And I say independent auditing no NDC for edi kan ayedada. Sa auditing na omoye no eno na prove say Akufo-Addo did not get 50%. So say ye faji mensa claim no say ye the figures na ewo Techima South no ye de nyina ma John Dramani Mahama Akufo-Addo still will get over 50% no ayentro. Ye de ma John Dramani Mahama will be 47% and Akufo-Addo will be 49. Okay, but will be for 49. But say the Techima dia no edika total figure no echichema omunyina enye jo mama kwa ye chichema omunyina Akufo-Addo will go to 59% and John Dramani Mahama will come to 46%. So it is clear case. A clear case I say Supreme Court cannot rule in favor of Akufo-Addo. Say about the laws in each year because a clear. A law na NHRA say obi a yaba declare say oyo mampeni no SSO obenya 50+1. That is the law. And Supreme Court no the law no NBJJ. Don't forget NDC our lawyers are representing them. This is why Chikata this statement Babontin say Ghana for Monsha this say after 40 days Akufo-Addo be president ana after 40 days, Akufo-Addo, obey president and answer on your president, Ghanaians should watch. So don't be afraid. Remember, don't lose confidence. Don't lose hope. Say on the 7th, Akufo-Addo in. That is what the MPP is planning to do. To swear Akufo-Addo on the 7th. To make Ghanaians and NDC feel say, Agbena. That is Sankanyesa. Argentina Supreme Court, you have this case available, knowing very well, say, Akufo-Addo cannot win this case. Why should you allow Akufo-Addo and the government to spend this huge sum of money for swearing in, which will not last over 1 year? Why end a court to not place injunction on the swearing in to save money? Say in the corner bar bontia, Akufo-Addo na win ya swearing in once and for all. Sir John Dramani Mahama NB winia na ya swear in once and for all. Na ya save Ghana sika. Na ya save Ghana sika. So, per the evidence available, no, ye Jim Mensa approach, no, say even if you give all the achievements out to John Dramani Mahama, Akufo-Addo will still be elected president, no, and no entro. Per her own figures, yet the figures in Emma John Dramani Mahama, Akufo-Addo did not get 50%. Say yes, so Eddie, because there is possibility. Say the figures in Emma John Dramani Mahama. Say NDC for Ejinasa claim nunkwa Eddie prove you omukisa. Ebia omuko quarter. The court no beka say yentimi for figures in Emma John Dramani Mahama. So the NDC people were smart and calculated the second option by adding the Techime South to total vote cast, valid vote cast, and divide it to all of them per their percentages. And still, Akufo-Addo did not cross 50. So, say you use the first approach, which Jim Mensa S2D on to declare Akufo-Addo now. It doesn't work. Say NDC Fonso Eddie Cheche Emma Omunyina Akufo-Addo did not get the required figure to be declared president. You see, some of us, me Hajimola, I'm a blogger. Me blogging almost 10 years. Okay? But me obia, me who say yeba be sisi obia, and I say yeba bobo obi krono, and I yeba be obi bibia. I can't stand it. And everybody knows. Even if I don't know you, and I'm on social media, as far as I have the voice and the followers to defend your interests, me who say about Sisuwa, I'll come and defend you. So from the beginning, I didn't want to go into politics too much. Now I was just observing. But me who say, yeba bebo krono ewiye kete no, I cannot stand it. That is why I got involved to fight for the right thing to be done. Because I know, say, this election Akufo-Addo did not win. I know, and it is in my DNA that me who say yes will be a mintimintena. When they are cheating somebody, even if I don't know you, people know my record. I will come and fight for you. Even not politics, in real life. Me who say you suppress obi, ye the social media eba be gu obi, eba be yani ye the be disgrace obi wa no kore, ye pese ebe tena no ye friend say no kore no so a. I will be forced to go into the case and fight for the right thing to be done. That is my character. It is in my DNA. So, Misha and Sama El Koso, Yelbo Krono, Yel Trantro. Misha didn't encourage me, say, no. Let's get involved and fight for the right thing to be done. So, this, not just for NDC, but for the right thing to be done. You will never support corruption because corruption no say corruption ane adia edebano any civil war any ntokwa. So say obeye din na ya corruption na echire ababe say ye kurum Ghana no, you have to voice out. So say me kasa now it is per the evidence available echire say ye babe sisi John Dramani Mahama, ye babe sisi NDC no, we can never remain silent. So someone may ask, why didn't you campaign? And you are now talking. I did not campaign because I didn't want to go into politics first. Because my followers, some of them are MPP and some of them are NDC. So I didn't want to go into politics to some people will feel offended. But metina neutral and the manima kono. Na me who say we are kete yebabe we are John Dramani Mahama mintimi nyedi. That is why I am forced to speak. So no kura sam na yeka. Se wo hu se no kura ena edo ho no yeba bobo obi kro no. Yeba besisu obi. Then you have every evidence available to prove say eye krono na yebo. So we nipa usuro nyame. You don't have to remain quiet. As a call for the right thing to be done. So if you are wondering, why am I fighting for John Dramani Mahama? My answer is simple. I am not fighting for John Dramani Mahama. I am fighting for Ghana. I am fighting for democracy. And I am fighting for the right thing to be done. Semi obia me pese sika ebema meka krano. Anka medwin say, oh, MPP, the responsibility say you had declare a mom. I'll just come and say I'm defending MPP because semi if Schwarzenegger and it's a political prostitutes, you know. Obia over in power they will just come and support you and get something. No. I will never do that. I am always at the right side. Obia yeba be sisino no. Obia yeba ebe corrupte asisino no. Minti nyadi. This is why we are fighting, because all the evidence available no. Echrese Akufo-Addo did not win the election. Akufo-Addo did not win this election. John Dramani Mahama and the MPP, knowing very well, say, if we go for runoff, John Dramani Mahama will win this election. Why am I saying this? And even within the MPP, they know. Even the MPP, within the MPP, they know, say, if we go for runoff, John Dramani Mahama will win. Why? Because elections are your ball chrono baby Eddie Akufo-Addo. Per the electoral commission figures, no Kumasi 1 million vote over no a chrono kwane boy. And now several places no ya chrono Eddie Akufo-Addo. And now, upon all these figures Eddie Akufo-Addo no, he's still struggling to get 50+1. So say about runoff, the supervision will be tight because we are not going for parliamentary elections. So every focus and supervision will be will be directed to presidential election. So ebeye din say MPP for ebenya kwan ewiye de Akufo-Addo. So they know say upon stealing any chrono a omoboy ene nyina no, Akufo-Addo struggled to even get plus 50+1. So re-election no is one touch victory for John Dramani Mahama. This is why the MPP is afraid of runoff. This is why they are afraid. Waiting on Musro for runoff because runoff no a one touch victory for John Dramani Mahama. And Ghanaians will be surprised if we go for runoff. You see the margin. Margin between John Dramani Mahama and Akufo-Addo will be ebeye kesiye pa. Ebeye Ghana for nyina ngwa. Say if the Supreme Court called for re-election, margin John Dramani Mahama ebe win Akufo-Addo ebeye kakraka pa. Enye margin kitwa. Because this round of ebeye day say MPP for ebenya kwan ewia. But the general election no, you see some of the parliamentarians no, they are fighting for their seat. So election for presidential and parliamentarians no obia come for his seat. So their focus and more police station agents no, they are more focused with the parliamentary seat. So it created some vacuum and it created some loophole for the ruling government to steal and to throw in some figures. But say Ekobani say a runoff concentration is very tight. What I say, because it is just two people who are contesting. So obiye ni eda so ebeye ding se obo chrono. This is why the MPP is making everything possible to make sure say they avoid the runoff. Say we are votes over Akufo-Addo here. Yebabe kano cry. Yebabe expose figures na yes still Edema Akufo-Addo. It's over 1 million votes. Figures are we are Edema Akufo-Addo. It's more than 1 million. Figures are we are Edema Akufo-Addo. It's more than 1 million. So second round will expose these figures when you know. This is why the MPP is afraid for runoff. And the the Supreme Court has no option. And you know, make us with loud volume say we have only two options. One option is to call for independent auditing, and the second option is to call for re-election. Because here is the case. The MPP are complaining, say the Electoral Commission gave figures to John Dramani Mahama. Figures now John Dramani Mahama mistakes to him. And the NDC are also saying, say figures now Akufo-Addo no, it is over. And I say he's not supposed to get that figures. So the A is blaming the Electoral Commission, and the B is also blaming. So the only solution to this is independent auditing. This is why make for say the NDC in Supreme Court are going for victory, because if the Supreme Court calls for independent auditing, the NDC won their case. Because in the first place, you know, when John Dramani Mahama John Dramani Mahama okay say let's take independent auditors. And so if the court order for independent auditing, he won. You see? So it is all win-win for NDC. If the Supreme Court called for independent auditing, NDC won. If the Supreme Court called for re-election, NDC won. What I say? So, and it will be impossible for the for the Supreme Court, with the evidence available, say Akufo-Addo did not get 50%. You know, it will be difficult for the Supreme Court to support Akufo-Addo to continue for one term. Look, some people are making mistake by comparing this case to 2012. The 2012, no. Case na MPP for Edo court no a different no, and a kwanya omofa so e court no a different approach. And Baumia ekotena ni demu and a print duplicate pink sheet no bebre e ka say bia e free wale because pink sheets now Baumia Edo court Supreme Court no a different pink sheets be wa duplicated ono kasa na etina say plan create some figures. So it did not work. The NDC, and you people are getting something wrong. Me who say MPP for baby a bisa question say na say first no NDC for say anaye nyina babonte babeka say John Dramani Mahama and a winnie. Why is it that now we are calling for re-election? Say yeah the NDC for figures no NDC for omo auditing omo ankasa omo strong room figures na omo kuta no e kire say John Dramani Mahama and a winnie. Listen and listen carefully. Ni Emma first, yeah, say even John Dramani Mahama kasa eba bonte eba beka say on no winning election no per the results available to them on their on kasa omo personal coalition na omo ye no John Dramani Mahama won. But yes, Electoral Commission no and etimi declare winner. Okay, so now no yeah the NDC for the no e dey aton chain. And I have ECD no. ECD no. And I actually say even with the EC1 no, Akufo-Addo did not win because ECD no. Chrono ayobo edema Akufo-Addo no nyina aka ho. But NDC for figures no. Chrono ayobo edema Akufo-Addo no enka ho. So try to get these things right. With the EC figures no, the stolen figures for Akufo-Addo has been accounted for, and I say has been included. What I say? So try to get these two differences clear. So if John Dramani Mahama came out to say, and I said some of the NDC members came out to say John Mahama won the election, sir, it's per the figures available to NDC from their own coalition. And per the Electoral Commission, they know, they need to go for runoff. So these are the two differences. So, most of the people through social media and everywhere know. What you do or more comments and or more reactions are now or more dreams say now confirm most John Mahama na win no. Why are you now saying say you need re-election? Yes, per the NDC personal coalition, John Dramani Mahama won. But the EC one no, say we are basing on the EC figures to challenge the results. And per the EC figures, Akufo-Addo did not get 50 plus. That is the simple, clear. The point is clear. What does here? So, no first na yehu NDC figures among kasa coalition na John Dramani Mahama got over 50%. And that is the real figure. NDC for figure that is the real figure. But figure now easy, you said that is the 419 figure. Figure we are Kumasi the car home, you could we are him fine for the car home, Nina and easy at the car home at the Kufadon. So don't get confused. Don't ask questions. Say, I don't think you same people now, mostly John Mahama we know. Why are you now calling for runoff? These are the two different things. Per the NDC figures, per their own coalition, John Mahama won. One touch. And that is the real figure. The NDC figure is the real figure. The EC figure is the one Akufo-Addo and Makmenu and the rest stole. And I say cooked some figures for Akufo-Addo. But upon all that, Nyankopon die, Nyankopon dao. Upon chrono mobo enyenano, Nyankopon assign a expose or more. Say Ghana for now with the evidence available in ECD Mpono Teresa Akufo-Addo did not get 100%. Matters here. So the NDC has a clear case at court. We have a clear case. So NDC ni baby a wobiano. On the 7th of January, there is possibility say obehu Akufo-Addo in white. Oh, dear sir, na MPP for ebe priya bonti ababa yerof. Say hey, yasu Akufo-Addo. But don't get upset. Yani don't be angry. And money how we det nasiboko. After 40 days of court proceedings, mubehu results ababa bonti. And you're only two. And any verdict be a Supreme Court NDC edinkunim, whether calling for recount, whether calling for independent auditing or recount or whatever they call it, or calling for re-election is a win for NDC. It's a win for NDC, but a win for MPP is not available per the EC figures. When I mean, say, I don't think you say Sasika on the 7th to swear Akufo-Addo and spend this money for nothing. And after 40 days, him say, EC verdict now the Baba Boncheno. It will call for something different. Why can't we save this money? I don't think a court on to mean placing injunction on the swearing in to save money to go further with the court proceedings and make sure say, there is something going on. Akufo-Addo is planning to do something now. I don't know. I'm a lawyer. What I say. So there are certain things I will say per law a bit my mistake. So say me kasabi be per the law say a mistake normal. Me lawyer. But I think say Ghana elections to say opposition leaders opposition parties as they can come together and gather their votes for one party. I think so, right? Because I think some time ago it happened. But Akufo-Addo called for meeting. Listen and listen very carefully. Akufo-Addo offer GUM, any other Equiadonko, any Kakao, offer meeting. Offer opposition parties meeting. Why and Akufo-Addo offer meeting? I am thinking, say, Akufo-Addo knowing very well that say yeah auditing and I say pay the real figures, he did not get the required 50 plus 1. No. I think say he's trying to convince other opposition parties to give their votes to him or something like that. I think this is the plan B, because yesterday there was one guy who was on TV, I think from one opposition party. Okay, also omo leader no, he's with Akufo-Addo. Yani omo ye minting. So Akufo-Addo is trying to convince, he's trying to buy votes, or he's trying to convince the other parties to merge and support him. So even no, say or succeed in doing that, it still reveals to say Akufo-Addo ye kronfo. It still reveals to say the Electoral Commission is corrupt. It still reveals to say Jim Mensah ye krono, because winning, you know you did not win. Why didn't you go for that in the first place? Why did you instruct the EC to steal for you? So, in all, whether Akufo-Addo is able to convince the opposition parties to merge and support him, it will still vindicate NDC. Sure, this court case, everything is a win for NDC. Even if it reveals to say Akufo-Addo did not win, and he is able to convince the opposition parties to back him, it still reveals to say he did not win in the first place. NDC won their case. Because the challenging NDC is put into Supreme Court and they say the figures given to Akufo-Addo is wrong. And the figures given to Akufo-Addo did not attain that 50 plus 1. So now every decision that will come from Supreme Court is a win for NDC. There is no win for MPP in this case. There is no win for MPP. We steady case, and the evidence available, because now Akufo-Addo air for opposition parties to Jubilee House, why? Ask yourself, Obia was winning, Obia was 50 plus 1. Why are you now calling the other opposition, small opposition parties at Jubilee House? For what? Which means guilty conscience. On Akufo-Addo kasa nim say there is possibility say Krono Ayabo Ediamano, it will be exposed. And so Akufo-Addo himself, more MPP for now, more social media, Akufo-Addo himself is planning for Plan B. He's in the process of Plan B, knowing very well that he'll be exposed. So, whether Akufo-Addo is able to convince the small opposition parties to merge and support him, NDC won their case by proving to Ghanaians that the election first round victory is wrong and the figures given to Akufo-Addo was wrong. NDC won. And if that did not work and they take independent auditors, NDC won, because that was what the NDC has been calling for. And when a re-election is called, NDC won. You see? So results be a Supreme Court only. It's a win for NDC. Everything that will come from Supreme Court is a win for NDC. And I doubt if there is single win for MPP. And I doubt if there is one single win for MPP. So, Ghana, for the reason for this program is that I want to reassure the NDC that don't panic, don't be discouraged, don't worry. Seeing Akufo-Addo on the 7th wearing white, Oba begu ni nimasi, because se share white. Now after few days, yasa catch us when you're president, se anka me enemy Akufo-Addo ameka se debi yentwe. Se me share white. Now after 40 days, you go minimize on kwandi and kametena sa. Let's hope and pray. Let's pray say nyankopon on fire and drusa date You best start court proceedings You best share outcome e be ba bonten. Ye follow nyina na ye ready. Ye follow nyina na ye ready. At the end the final declaration any idea about it will be good news for the NDC. The NDC has nothing to lose in this case. That is the assurance I'm giving to the NDC family. The NDC has nothing to lose in this case. I am NDC myself, long time ago. Okay, I was born in NDC and I'm NDC, but I didn't want to involve myself in politics from the campaign time until I realized that they are trying to suppress, steal, and loot John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, and I was forced to come in. And we'll continue to fight till we get justice for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. And nothing can stop that from happening. Etie for Yedmo Besiha. Update bi ababa biano yebasan aba bonche na yam update. Hope for the NDC.
For Jesus our response, Irina affirmation of die and a kingdom, the power and a glory, the ever and ever. Amen. Jesus our response, Irina affirmation of die and a kingdom, the power and a glory, the ever and ever. Amen.
Let us pray. Say it again.
Our Father, who art in heaven, thine say don't qua, thine run us, as I said, ever, this are the our very us, and for Jesus our vestas, and now affliction, or thine a kingdom, the power and glory, never and ever. Amen.
May the Lord be with you.
Satan from Kojo B. 2020 the Mahama and the Mukle was offer. I go for the band with a share 4 years, but then I said, one history, 130. Stand by the what's a man from a penny about us at 2020, but we need a king from Abanadia Mahama, Hamafa, 2020, when you will be on the cost, Hamafa, Abanadia. December to Abana Mama Hama, Miss Now, Miss Now, Miss Now, Mama, Oganamatu, Mahani, Suku and Dine, hospitals, Akapapa, Sedanaleya, Yebediye, Yahubasoyan,
More fire. It's here for Ghana for your church monina. And the program no ebeko details kakra. Ujweni a share program no kama. Ye hiti 500 na ye starting. Every NDC fan and lover and supporter should share this program for me. More fire. Please share the program. More fire. We can now watch your program. Kama. Yeah, to us. You promise your followers on social media. Say every update be a bebano. Ye the beba ye page wesu. For answer my starting program, Mama, I want to send a message to the MPP
MPP supporters and MPP members. This page for this time for NDC promotion, and we are fighting to reclaim the victory belonging to NDC. Akufo-Addo any MPP aban ewia na emise Ghana for nyina uti Kurasi wo Nkran wo Kumasi with the evidence available no, with the MPP body language, you know, with Bawumia body language, mutimu say Bawumia has been frustrated. Bawumia has been frustrated in such a way, say Bawumia oko church na eni se masalachi oko kutu from eni se oko bompaye afre Allah na onim se our church. This is frustration. Say who year election you'll be frustrated. What I say? So near Bawumia ekoye our church mono a frustration. Obo krono frustration and ADHD. Na yebeka some pa because I can see say most of our followers, you know, omontias here. Argentina Muslims are angry with Bawumia. Argentina near Bawumia okoye you know edani news edani insensembia eye zongo malam for zongo youth ubia ekasa who digest the whole scenario for Ghanaians to understand. Na answer na ebeko hono NDC emi say ye court na court na ye kono as today me who invitation be a ekoso say MPP for my invitation for if anything swearing in of Akufo-Addo. Na etie for Ghana
Good morning, Ghana. Obaso I know I share video no. I'm Peter Paradise. I wanna buy. I want to go by a big gym. I want to go. I want to go with one environment. Cars in a chum. So what I say, I want to wedding. I want to go. Good morning, Ghana. Obaso I know I share video no. I'm Good morning, Ghana. That's why I know I share video no. I'm Peter Paradise. I wanna buy. I want to go by a big gym. I want to go. I want to go me pa. One environment no. Cars na twem sa no. So at you say. I want to know wedding. I want to go pantino. You be gram. Jo mahama ho adon no ho donti. You be gram akasa. I'm a Ghana for Anya Ntiasie. Michelle Ghana ni bia happy Merry Christmas. Nkama o Christo ni anu bibi ni bia wo wiase amai so. America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Iceland, Ireland, Belgium, Denmark, Greenland. Babia so yaba. So yaba data no wo kakra. Ti yaba. Yaba be din komo. Ti uba so anu a share. Ankofo bi any na social media. Hey, Excellency John Dramani Mahama Michel, the next president in 2021. Oba started in Juma 2021. The next president. Ye di bro nya ni John Dramani Mahama be starting na Juma as a president. Because wanu na Ghana fo nyina atu abama no. Enya Akufo-Addo na Ghana fo tu abama no. Onu ana Ghana fo atu abama no. Enya Akufo-Addo. Nti ya president John Dramani Mahama Ghana nyina yenim. Aponche kura nim, aponche o Ghana. Ani sabi nkrama kura o Ghana nyina nim se ya to aba ya sesem. Ya to aba ya sesem. Ni pa ya o Ghana obia nim. Na asense maame ne isi boss no na Jeme sound hwan maame na we your friend okay Jeme asan sabi ne patapa paso jiabat abano de ma onu ankasa ne twotwo mucho o jiabano de ma no yanya ne sa da biara da ene social media nsantrefo omu obawuna nsantrefo to social media ana Ghana de pepiso mu yankwasiafo papa mu agimi ye pepis ana mu ankasa mu nsantreni amasuale yakuno mu antema magina radio so say mu pepis mu yankwasiafo mu yagimifo mu ankasa o mu yankunsan twereni amesuale anasa akwala amesuare yakuno anu mu akasa santwerefo kwaya mu de mu faso ye titi mu antema magina radio say ye sra mu president ye pepis ba mu jimi kasa mu magina so a na president na be ya wotwa so ye pasundwe kwasiafo jimi wo na ya to abama wa say wo ye president no kwasi jimi fo tu fie na kurofo abofie abawiaw na wani tua wo so pasundwe ntino waja no wonfa osika wonfa oka wonfa obibia nko wo ye kwase agimifo ya mu fi se John Dramani Mahama no ba wi ofiri ni nti ana aya mu fi se John Dramani Mahama ba bi ofiri no moja ni mu ana mu ye kwase afo mu ndwe ye ko mu no Yahumo Peace FM, Adum FM, Joy FM, TV3, GH1. Munyira Yahumo aduma muye. Radio station biani Ghana haya omukasama John Dramani Mahama. Munyira mukasama Excellency MPP amanyoko. Ese mukasama Ghana biemo. We are very wicked people. Nyame betua muka. Nyame betua muka. Kwame Sefakan afia pokua gina radio UTV. Na no chebi sawa discussion bottom. Na no de na Akufo-Addo anya, na Akufo-Addo anya, na Akufo-Addo anya. Mahama nyai. Afia pokua o. Wajina social media. UTV Mahama babia Akufo-Addo akwade de bibia timi change one figure. No gina so. Baba siete sawo mu pentanasna kurasisam mu pentanasna akọ mudin tro bom man Captain Smart no abegina abonten December 7 there September January 7 Akufo-Addo ana obeba ebe swan in ma papa unyanya kopon Samuel dem die no mu pro ye ne kankan na mu didi Captain Smart wo no ya kan Ghana santwerefo de won kan na who Captain Smart who timi trust ma fodwo e the fake award e the be sha wonsa na wo adwene wo fie who Captain Smart who fra won training mu no aya santre adwo na am say mu nko school mu na am say mu ko hia na fom mu ya wo practice wo mu fie mu nko school ya ma mu papers mu no am say mu santre adwo no mu ready mu ready because mu betena so a one way because so be yes and church man be ka say kwa o twa no da bi mu de ji misa ye kele kwa me ye ma wa Akufo-Addo so wori na wi ni ye kwa me se fa kan ni nkofo no mo te UTV Ghana be ye de Ghana sia na peno Ghana ye kama ade na wi ni ye de ye pa kwa me se fa ka we bre Munyina, Mwata John Dramani Mahama sa. John Mahama Mwahan sa. Ghana nyina nimse. Nsantrefo bia wa Ghana omuya kasefo omuya mpanyimfo. Obia no kasamba Mahama. Gisa kwasi plight pe. Ana o kanokre. Mwa ka nyina mwa sora ta papa no, mwa onyame, mwa onyankopon, one kuma Mahama. Na mu nso nche Nyankopon mu nso nche nyame o Captain Smart nso nche nyame Kwame Sefakan nso nche nyame o Paul-Adom Ochire nso nche nyame o mu nyina mu konkonte santrefo mu konkonte pa na mu ye santrefo mu konkonte na afia pokuanti o yes sabi san hunu we bedin to wa UTV John Dramani Mahama figure de na mu mpekura se mu behwem figure mu pay Akufo-Addo ne figure ya ni wo fie dia bremu wo WhatsApp so eno ana esimu trimu sa eni na esimu tri Paul-Adom Ochire kura bati metro say they say the abari the breakdown Akufo-Addo awini nyame betua muka mo nyame betua muka hwe Nyankopon ena ma ye to abama John Dramani Mahama o enya Kwame Sefakan ena nya Fepokua ena nya Captain Smart na nya Paul-Adom Ochire na nya Kwaku Junior ena nya Ghana himfo ena me to abama John Dramani Mahama o nyame na kasa kire ya say to abama John Dramani Mahama enya Crystal Council say Crystal Councilor kama ama ka wanya one vote say Ghana himfo a kama ama ka wanya one vote say Crystal Council ka John Mahama ka wanya one vote Omwata papa nani John Dramani Mahama tam Crystal Council there be a press conference Crystal Council munu mwanya mu adwuma ye Nyankopon betua mu ka baako there be ahimfo omunhia ana Mahama there be Crystal Council ana Mahama adan wonu no ye de ba nipa de na mu hwa afre no abayifo asifo muzo bi yadwuma pa obi kwananim obi person mento mpon amompe bayiye sa Kwame Nkrumah sa na mode ye no bayiye and the Crystal Council mo hihye mu space at say yi ntable space kwa Mahama fiesem kwaden mo kwa pana chaw se wanya maninka kwasia o tu fie no bi duwe uninsa be wuwani obetra sa ma odinisa wonani mudie nyatwom nyisikadie proye kankan na mupe ye no mo ahwe mu space se nkofo na afremo se ga MPP na afremo se mu kwa kanche se mupe asundwe nyasa mama wase opa asundwe o mahama pasundwe chemo John Dramani mama pasundwe echemo mu pasundwe no mu pasundwe Samu pasundwe nka boni kosu ogane ye kuma mesuale Christian cancer anya press conference boni ye kosu ye kuma mesuale santwefo ye kum nipa ehimfo ogane o maika mo anu atum ana musoro akufado mo ntimi nkasa ba mama de o yakola ke 20 mu sorry ya no bia fa na no ena mama ena masa mu bebre o especially ya hu say zo katin songo onu so kwa num ni wi ni wie na wo hye na fa ne trimna ne ti pa no no abegina ho no kasa o ya footballer o follow footballer o nim footballer mu kurampo nti o be ye party politics na wo akọ odu ho akodon MPP kuo no no mo start adwuma na ye na ya nipa hu se de unya sports biom na kana Japan hu se da stop me ya me program isro ma me ya me program why o ba bi okwa Robert mi akọ why me pe problem okay me nyambo odin bia wa say ti me ya program me ya me frɛ why misro adoroma so what you say nti obaso anu a share video na mama me MPP for the mobile media atamsa uba ye na ka wa be twiro se akufado ye we because mu ni hwe kan mu ni bibia mu ka ne mu meka ne se mahama o de Tricia Boachi Miss Bell enua na ye mu message wo manu enua ana ye message wo manu ana mama ni weda bra se mu de mu kwati ewu Captain Smart onu gina wa wonu na nya no e ka mahama asem Captain Smart ye dwomanfuo ma yehu bi da wasia utimi ware ntena ba ho odwomanfuo shawo ni ba ma utimi ware ntena ba ho Captain Smart every time Oba fabewaso Mahamatam oh supposing Mahama supposing Mahama wrongly no evidence oh supposing Mahama didn't trogo puniso Minister of Defense no didn't trogo so Captain Smart nyame be tia Captain Smart kano munya humakati o munya humakatia Nyankopon best pose mu 1-1 nyame Ghana obia ni oso cha nyame Ghana obia so cha nyame o ba Nyankopon no so okita Ghana no wono ene eden hwe John Dramani Mahama o nyaza se nkemo akunu ene de musi mu pase mu kunu no mfiri wo montimi nkunu ye ne kwasua mudi musaka John Dramani Mahama se mu ankasa sabi udun se ka wani ya wo Nozo onya fonsan ko wani krampo no na wani na sa se bo pre sana John Dramani Mahama tie odi wunsa ka John Dramani Mahama odi wunsa ka Ghana sunje Ghana be bo se tintan twan Ghana nya sunje biem sa modi wunsa ka John Dramani Mahama Ghana asai Ghana be bo se tintan twan enti Christian Council ehimfo wo Ghana no bi atma ka se be hye Mahama fie Yebe Mahama na mutiwo mutimi nya press conference enkanya sesem na munim se mu kwaka John Dramani Mahama kaka che ne se wanjai emaninka wabodam wanjai maninka Kennedy de musuro no ba Mahama de musuro no muye mema mu kwa Kennedy fie enkon kanche ne se wonpa Ghana fo achaw One pay Mahama chow, muya member, muya Christian Council. Na mu se mu didi num kwan. Na mu kwatie da mo yase, edibu yire na mu ho ba. Muya member, muya press conference. Nkwanam Canada, Japan. Come back to mu 12 volleyball Ghana, I say. Muya member, one trip from Frank Kennedy. So I'm Pam Mahama Chow. Come on, Mahuni Bessie. Now for Kuya, I fear Pokuya, but you know, say. And this is 413. Until when you send this to Fuaba and Tabakasa. Now, mammy, why are you my phone say? Why are you my phone say? Quasia, you must say. I bet didn't pop bro say. Now, what social media? Ultimate declare ba. I will wear Junimu. Ultimate declare ba. And my Kufada Braunia isi. Madam. I feel Pokiao. Ultimate the word Jenny declare ba. A Bronco police station. Uncle police station. No to me the word Jenny declare ba UTV. What do you Yajuma, mammy? What do you know Yajuma? For la democracy, what to war? Now you the figure a son in the WhatsApp so. Say when now you're wrong. And you say, now you're money, yeah. Now during the year, you're not doing the style. Na nkofo si nkofo bi ma messenger afedia uyam hihyew o se ndc fo enkanche mo atitafo no ntobia mba bonti me condemn na wankasa no onim se nka asam wanka si wo arab mamu a onim nka kadadam ka onim se nka UTV ka onyina ka mo atwa atum sa asam wasi Arabic country Sudan Somalia Tanzania, Rwanda, asamu kwasi adwuma nsantwefo Ghana, yeah, dirty worker, can see what South Africa. No one is America, FM stations near Komacho Jatum. Money, Ghana Pasunjenti, Anna de Wiyaba, John Dramani Mahama Kasa Sase, Abana ye kwatono. A fraud, one yin tomb and then China. Peace Council to Ghana has say, or more what? Ghana him for Ghana, ya more what? And the ya taking Kofu Sabes in there. And then a Martinas Yama, then now Bosabe Romufie. A friend of one sort of say, Mube catcher John Dramani Mama say, one Jamaninka. Natama now grown in Sasia. Na yes, Sasia, and prepare se bedia grono. Nanta kwasa asie na problem ba na ye pemu anum kasa mo antima ba bonten kwandam mo yam panyum boni papa mo yam panyum boni panyina otena fie man kola disikan edwananka ye ka panyum fu a sankofo no kan because mo anyum adwuma ye mo na mo amasa basa wenyina ba because abambia ba Montimi nkasa ba bembe badia nkwasia fotimi do mo no chebi na mahama ye dintro sama mahama sabi babiot ba chese mahama e bakura na ne pe adwane ye dintro go ne so o si stop fooling kwasia jimi kwasia hu se ayi uramnam so atase ye dintro sama mahama entro nino ase cause mudia mukasa ba ko pe ana mahama ya kronfo kasa ba ko pa da bia da mu anum no ana mahama ya kronfo osi media the media is of okay 80% fools omo enokra because you Captain Smart adwuma wo ye ya Captain Smart wanko nsantre generals wanko school o de frifie na ba ye wanko school because ne kasa enya kasa Captain Smart hu say wakọ nsantre adwuma no wa suamu anhu bibi dabi Paul Adumo chire eyo no ankasa na adwene na odi adwuma UTV because TV stations no omo chire omo onas no omo chire omo ntino atams no enye omo pe atams no wode adwuma no dia ma host no wonu so nya adwuma ngu ni botom no so nje ne de enwu no botom enitina omuti social media omuti stations ne so amudi nsahunu saa no enintia hwapia afia pokuya na hyi ba wo ya adwuma afedia edru se ba beto aba na mse gaiwe adwuma na wo ya no won hwe niye sa wonya ska obeje sa afia pokuya nya bribe obeje afedia kwadansori ya to aba NDC awinia ba afedia mun kan NDC resource ankofo ese no omun kan NDC resource da ewo mu station so eno mu di 4.9 edi abato mama anim eno da mama anim sa na msi no dabi na mama vote nkoa no ba bebre no fa sa ankofo ya tia so na Akufo-Addo de eno omo ya tenase adlesa no mu twen Akufo-Addo nkofo omo be ye omo resource ewo omo room omo dem no omo dia bra omo ansa no omo asa asayedan asaya adwuma no ebrandis resource no abasama endis anya 50 plus awie na nkofo si no UTV si no TV3 si no GTV si no every station bia Ghana arejeti Mahama resource on the platform so Kwame Sifakan wano eno kita telephone eye no afre chale munya wado nyinya na uluso a enye kura kwanye befa se na ba wi ni de mumaya mfa so na Captain Smart so ne nkwala no munya ne sane empese Mahama ne beba yempese sremni ne basa ba biom mumma mu anyinya den na kwanye befa so ama Mahama resource no ye betia so ama kwanye befa so na ebenya Mahama resource ne bi atwen abeka Akufo-Addo de no yenye no mo asase afedie Mahama nya ne de awie ye declare resource no nkofo si no omo mpeso meboso kra no mo atwentwan so sa na jemesa wo hye ne dem ana wo ye ne resource bi e dia brace and transfer so mo nje wey ana ye original one the man MPP for na MPP for as stand man you metro TV GTV TV3 ne na asefo belamu omu nyina jijade mu de omu kasa tumu se vim wom omu kasa tumu se yes kanu omu botom asu message asu Captain Smart o kasa tumu se botom asu na Kwame Sifakan onko ba bi oti station wasa no wo sere wo witi waso wo no wo mama Kwame Sifakan nyanyame o Chairman General uno fra wo se Chairman General nyo bia na de tu o eye wa na wo se wudi wo pedi no eye wa so what I say was it John so what I say why you wa no do to Chairman General say mu nim say mu ye John Dramani mama o mu ye mu amu mu akasa mu ye mu amu no any ba John mama ba Ghana akunya so papa be advice wanya sonje ya kan no sansa entro de bia ye din togu Mahama so because munim kasa mukasa no munim kasa because munko school ntino twi na mu kan ntino mu visa twi no mebo so twina mu kan nti amunko school nti no munim say mu smart nti mu di twi kasa no ebe kan sam amana to Ghana for trim na mu ankasa mu kasa na sakolokmo mu kasa na sakolokmo na mu asa babonti say o Mahama kura sama mu ka gunu so no enya no kure Kennedy babonti na Ibrahim Mahama wo ye kurafo o so ba na ya nchina ntoma wonu benum adurawu nya na ote wono what didn't talk with Ibrahim Mahama so sa What the Togo Punisus are Canada to Puni Amaka Adum FM, Adum TV. Ye go papa na ni mo asesa ma Ghana movie krano ye do puni ye movie because these people and tro free omanu mu ba and tro free omanu mu ba ti se preku hu fin e dini panya MPP ntro e free omanu ba MPP for anyansa wo for party ni mo ba anyansa for ni nyina no omo akele omo afri party ni mo ana omo di sabi nkofo bi aba party ni mo a ano omu destroy MPP party no anyasafo omo MPP kofo aban no nya eni anyasafo MPP na nkofo bi ano mo MPP say na nyankopon soso no wo se MPP anya leader papa wo MPP ma party wo MPP ma power biom just omu nya leader incredible leader wo te asem adwe nipa ho ansana MPP obamana ba power na Sanya musi din tro gu nipa di mu ase e buru nipa kunkum nipa e di nipa wu momna mahwe akro we MPP fo ni nam and this MPP aban say omo ya nso free omo si nso free o mo bia ntonsuo Ghana fo si nso no omo nya bi nom mo njesika na omo ntonsuo no nom MPP fo mo trimu aden Ghana fo nya nsuo kura mi woso omo bia nsu a day osa so 30 minutes na twa just another about 2-3 weeks na ya san bia papo ne biem Ghana fo se nsuo no munya bi nsa mo starting just kana ya nya nsuo nom enipa nya nsuo nom braba hwe enipa nya nsuo nom o ba MPP 40 wa say eya nsuo free nso nipa nya nsuo nom obi nsuo no a 30 minutes na ba no mo asa lock no just another 3 weeks asa no mo asa ya bie papa wey kwan yo fa so ye Ghana no Nyankopon kwa nanim kwan yo fa so ye Ghana no eye dangerous kwan ya MPP aban e fa so ye Ghana no eye dangerous MPP aban pase wa wie Ghana sika nyina no de ka ayatimi ntiada edeto ne panya nsuo no ba o musi nsuo na ye free ba Ghana fo se nsuo no munya bi na mom start jo sika na yento nsuo no nom because MPP adwene ne se nsuo no obie na omusa o mmesa no mo nti won bie musumu nyansuo anom musumu nyansuo Ghana fo so nyansuo ba ku fa do se dabi nsuo no wonton onu nso a wombie odi mamu free eno nso wa mamu nsan free obia 3 weeks ni wa bie ba ku 30 minutes ni wa basa owie ni wa lock no 3 weeks MPP aban o aban we bidonyame Nyankopon nim ano me ye to abatia 4 years we Nyankopon wonim ano me ye to abatia sam kofo we MPP aban ba ye bank ba ku 11 ye guni nyina data bank de ya adwuma onu ankasa ne twotwobucho data bank ya adwuma akufa do kwanya ofaso point na busuafo so yo obi onim nyansa ano won MPP aban ye corrupt binni wiase first ni tete na Hitler mo no mo point o mo abusuafo do mo abusuafo totototo nwuma no edi ami mu eni na asefo no enemrem wiase kwa na wia kwa anim sei akufa do kwansa na abusuafo kuwa edi abegu na aba mu wo fie no mu too many dream odiboni a untimi yina di na adwuma no so akufa do adwuma so resafu nim MPP adwuma wo ba ye resafu bianim adwuma no mu didi sa o mu wie Ghana sa John Dramani mama waso ye betimi adi ntrogu minister so sa na John Dramani mama ye resafu aba ye bedi ntrogu mama so sa minister so MP so DC so na mama ye resafu aba sa kofo we ye o mu ano me so omo anu kofo yo omo anu MPP anu se mo amu ni mo ye mama ama yerusafu nsantwefo we mu Captain Smart kwa me sefa kan nya bi betia kofo kafia bokua afia bokua Poladmo chiri TV3 Metro TV sankofo we nya mi betia mu kankasa nya me obetia kwa me sefa kan ka ne Peace FM ne board ne nyina nya me obetia mu ka no onyambai na mutri na yesi Ghana ye omanya wa hira so because man way say yes Arabic country to say Algeria, Tunisia, Sudan, Somalia, Kasamble, Afema Kasenya Kajed them because omo kwaso trouble lankasa omo kwaso damage omo kwaso throw omo dumena these people TV3 UTV GTV Metro TV Adum TV, Joe TV, City TV. Sa stations are can see way. I can say, yeah, had John Dramani Mama. Mama be there in one. Just say me. Just only God. And but must save John Dramani Mama. Banya Kupono, one neti Mama Samano. Sank Ghana focus a year Peace FM. Adum TV, UTV, Joy, City, Ghana, Kenya. By nyame wasu wono na sihene yankopon so wono na sihene enya Peace FM na sihene enya GTV na sihene enya Adum TV na sihene enya Captain Smart enya Kwame Sefaka na sihene ba wono nyame na sihene enti emfa ne Kwame Sefaka obeka emfa ne Captain Smart obeka emfa ne Poladuma chimu beka emfa ne City FM mu beka and found the station, sir. Mubeka Mwabum, sir. John Mahama, dear. Mumma power, no. Mubu, what? And then Tina Coupon was so better, say, or what to me, a chamu radio stations, no. Yankupon so better, so what to me. Was so better, so what to me, a chamu. What not Sma Mahama? Nay, and the Asmano. What no name may a two Abama, John Dramani Mama. Yankupon, no may two Abama, Mama, Yakwam is a fat kind, Yan Captain Smart. Ya Captain Smart, ya Poladmo chiri. Na chama ultimate na social media say NDC Asian market. Omo ntake NDC for. He chama ultimate. He asema kanu ntakwakase na wakokama ho. Ntakwakase. Anu wakama ho. NDC ni na baba ko. Ubatima bonu tio AK47 15 tuoba kukura nka no etuoba kukura nka no mwa mudi endis ho agro go Ghana ase ya sa mudi endis ho agro go Ghana endis ni pa ba ko obebonu tio AK47 13 tuo abubo ba kukura nka no o abubo besa ne ya chiwa ji utio no wa abubo nyina besa ne ya chiwa ji utio no sa munnim monimo na monimo wo mo ya na ya wandi sini obonu 247 o ba so tini sa gbogbogbogbogbò mo ko mani do government akwa samu hu bi o ba bonu tuo gbogbogbogbo o tuo ni sa na fe do gira ho na ka duro na duro chama utimi samna mu kanu mo hwaniye na Peace Council Crystal Council I was a mood kind of bum because what I want to me. We work with Jadro, no dear program. Namum, one quajit Jadro. One quaja when they draw. Now, conform your wa, Uchu Toma, Ober took your beer yase, and cano. And no one say yes, yes, way, woman, and the puppy, our own and the puppy war. And Timumu sim mata, Mahama, because Mumu say. Ghana police no e young people kuadia Ghana police mo fi say mono e tioni nyina mo na e wo mo nti mo ba attack and this for kukumendis ya mo joku me say Any sini obetu ni tio AK-47,000 ba kukura bubo ba kukura wa bubo ba sa na ya chiche mo na onimi wo na wa hwe ndase na sete mo no se mo andi se fo attack mo akunkuma mo Jomama shi market Jomama shi marketa fa mama ko court na va evidence ko ma lawyer court say market when mama shi evidence nini ne pani ya chi no wase mama na asoma no so me shi market go to court mumu evidence na muda so tiwo mu evidence mama shi market na muda so tiwo mu evidence ndi shi market na muda so tiwo mu say no ani se ate beberebe yi ana mutimi fa ne famra kwan so ana muda so tiwo mu evidence mama shi market wo Ghana ana muda so tiwo na mu nkokota mana ni mu nguase mahama mu pena no nguase ana fidie yi no ana mu magana fo se fidie yi no ana mu ti radio so Kennedy any chame wuntimi mu din throw too much na entro we so no entro we so en favor mu da entro we en favor mu da because mono din trono mona mama bless come mona mu din trogo mama so no na bless ni ba na ne bless ni ba na ne bless ni ba won se ntro mo dia gu ni so nyina ye bless e dia ma ni win bye mo mo se mo na mbese ni ye hwanya mi be ye hwe ni kwa mi twedi ampon be ye hwe ni nyankopon be ye was this show your face mani muni kwasi agimi mani muni my name is America Sano. So what I say, I love mama too much. John Dramani mama, me ya dey o ye me kuram ni. Nti se sia de nye kuram po a, me ntra se abonte so for me fan kwasai no. O sane ya wujimi, o fia de nye, no ti me di akire. Eko police station no kwasia, sane o fia de nye, o ti me di akire kwa no. Sana me so me fia de nya, I love it. Ti jajimi no. Ti nia wu pe no me no me mpe me atam de dia kobreman omudi atam de bia yo atani we ntafo na no me ye me program na asantini ni wa US no e be twro angunafo nkwasiafo angunafo de omu ye full too much angunafo agbefo de omu ye full too much egbefo de omu ye too much yes mo de saa na munim Mudia sana munim Ghana ha say yare jeta ngunafo so omunya Ghana fo nanso so omuna wo police mu dos chen obi a omuna wa ami mu chen obi a ba Ghana yeti Ghana ha say ngunafo sabi omunya agimefo nkofo comment e dia ngunafo atem dintafo atem so what you say because ngunafo nto ama wunti wo say ngunafo no omo ya fools agbefo ya fools eye man papa no hu amane e woni pansa no papa no ntro ye din trago so because MPP ni bia ni wa obetima ye adwuma John Dramani mama ye MPP government enya adwuma John Dramani mama ye Kreti airport or ye second change or ye kejetia or ye regional tema one regional hospital no ye ridge hospital no wo sisi nema kase squad daya kase na papa yisi nkofo say no papa ni akranfo ya mani nko because Ghana for toilet ba omia kasa sa from 2012 na mama ya corrupt mama ya carpenter ba omia ba ni dollar otimi ye ne dai dollar otimi kami dollar ni dawa na mukasa kasa yamfa kasa nya adwuma na okasa no wa hunyansa obetimi dia save Ghana dollar a Ghana city amananya hwanden joma ma mu so ye competent watimi save Ghana cocoa wa save Ghana education wa save Ghana roads wa save Ghana economy so still and tronti yama ba omi di ntroguma ama so no dia wuza kura di ma ama temone ni wife mo mra ma hwe ne fla no fo ye Ghana fla no fo say ye sase nyina ukwa kasa ye si hey soja ban na wo sunti no fla ni wi oba yira untimi nkasa fla ni sewa abura untimi nkasa ebe se soja ban ti untimi nya ho hwe so atiase nti na santrafo nyina obia kana no atum obia suro ba mama tam de mu basuro mun suro mama de oba mun suro John Dramani mama de oba mun suro mu banya hwandin aya adwuma mu mope ba ku fa do tam de je so no kire mu se kase ya nsa na wo beka akufa do tam de je so no MPP kire mu se when ese mu kan asa no mu aka ba adwuma essence antwirani wo ya adwuma as independent no you can't see this won't me nya no ba mu de no atwenchan mo de twan John Dramani mama by MPP badia mo twa mu message ansa no mo atimi clear mo atimi ananso bibi Ghana for mo be study so mo be study John Dramani mama, I love you, the president of the land, the incredible president.
Peter Paradise. Peter Paradise, what's it? Oh, me free Japan. Me free Japan. What's it? But what's it? Sisi asana adena koye ne. Sisi asana adena koye no. Adena koye say politics na onwe no, especially MPP. Omuye tribalism enye politics na oya omuye. So what must say? I see a tribalism omuye. Tema Jomama also no. Christian Council, Peace Council, obia no ma pie, kakra no ma koye press conference. Omsi Jomama esi because omsi oyetini. But see na ko fado also no. Adi bia ombe anako to be bia obia no abakasa. No bia edi.
Stand it.
O kasa sia Facebook ano ne abecho.
Yes.
We be an abecho. Share stations no omo na hypocrite because omo say omo ya cans into we are kana we yentimi fa yensan ka ho. Oh yatum life now we no. Me say na me NDC ni but sa abatwe amama ma change my dream me my friend me buso for na omo MPP na say omo dana ko NDC because omo say MPP no omo ye tribalism unya akania we different omo ni buo ma my ade le ban sa enye kwata sem nya se dia ni oh adene ham pa adene ham me north me boku ba ye wo akra na me ni bibia but se na omo kwaya de na omo kwaya de no say unya akania unya gani o se nya se dia ni oh intino sisi anu me ade am say MPP before you now say omo ye omfiri zongo ana say omo ye notness ana omo ye teni ana den na mudi MPP so MPP say MPP for penny for you now
Kennedy mama na Kennedy si obama ya kunu no yantafo ya no bebo mu pa mo makoye sa adwuma no yantafo
o say sa and say sa
obekwa kwa sa adwuma no because yantafo ya MPP mu ana obeto mama mu say mo nje koku mama na mama mu say ba yantafo na bekwa kwa sa adwuma no enti wo ye tani na sabi
Jimmy kasa
obeya sa kwasi adwuma we ya na me sorry. So
seriously
Kennedy MPP because I'm going to Kennedy fear a yentafo ye ordinance and small mama kwa saduma no enye ni trap
oh more problem
and never pay one to
more problem Peter more problem
kwa sankwasi aduma no but don't man mama no
oh chale Nana Akufo-Addo, democracy na democracy na Nana Akufo-Addo onye democracy. You can't demonstration Ghana kese roll is time. Me so ba me bebre and me read bebre. Nana Akufo-Addo why demonstration obia but and this for demonstration usi enye no ututu ebo hwe tetuma election na nkofo na muye no radio station àwọn wetin abonti aka wasem but time na omo show street so omo nku bia omo nko show bia fie no ene de omo condemn uhwa we enye nyatwom sisi akrom no on pese enye gidigidi okrom a ebe ye not necessary you are ready because ya be say na ekosebu and before no ekosebu yes
so what I say nti wusu so si we be ma no no so no why you ready why so be kuma ma no you ready say woni etutu a ebe timi account am we buy but no
and this is me
1000 and kano go tell them be what 2000
oh of course
so you ready
mungu am sorry ha Peter abuchire na ya wono una abuchire na ohia akani na oni bon komo na oka twia na bia na wo se unti agbeni se wonti twi se English na se ni krum kasa o se wunya gane ni o kasa wonti aka twia o se wunya gane ni ade ne ban sa of course you should be brave o ka twi na wonti twi papa o se wunya gane ni ade Ghana twi ko na ko Ghana e ko sasem it doesn't make sense e ko sasem e se o mu hwe no mu
scholar no ono so machire na adwe na kwangoma ne me hu ba bia magina John Dramani Mahama incredible man is a fantastic man Ghana for dono Ghana for penasem Mahama Ghana for penasem
yeah bra Peter good morning
you are welcome ukasa free fa
me shampom de dende ba me se ma me kasa ho kakra bra bibia bokode
na ukasa free
make us a free Italy, bro.
God bless Italian or the Europeans. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yamishra, we are there, bro.
Mpacho mi gongo mani.
Miss me gonjeni.
Thank you. Gonja land, Savannah region. Where God, Navrango, Damango.
I didn't. They mean to say me kaka krani say.
Sisi akra mi wo
bupe. Ah. Okay. Wow. Then in person in can say, yeah, come phone, yeah, pepe phone, Mr. Ram. Yan she be pa. If you say, Mina metiano, Mina bebre, Mina santifon ante. So, Obi wa someone who can, if you say, pepe phone in you be and again, everybody bands on you see a young quality of movie. And to me, has to see a parent. Mimeti about to say, don't say, I did this. Jamama, they want me on the she. Abanso, or more winning, on one illusion on Pesse. On Pesse Monfa, or whom ya be, and ye, Casacasa Bia Massa, coming up pound. So, but, and this is parliamentary, no, we are wise. Omo de mo bodam kra che joma ma ba nu she omo intelligent che Akufo-Addo no president bibia na o kan bibia Akufo-Addo anyansa ban na Kennedy Jampon no ma no kwan na odidi amanfo atemu television ana yeah nti ye pepe for yen hwe hu ye me kan dada
thank you
me kan kwesi se pepe ni bia na oti me voice we ni me sro pa hwe hu ye na ye de na woye bibia na woye hwe hu ye ansa na obeye enye sai boba because ye pepe for no ye na so mo sinti na mo di san kwase ade no Kennedy Japan no o sorry na ko chi zongo 4 boys no o ma musika se o mo di bone ma no o ye de onye obia because I say ye pepe for no ye pe nkwase ade esam ntino ye ya na edi omochi nti ye nhwe ye mesro bra Yes, Romo, because me mete ha no makuma nda me yie because of say ne man e koso wo Ghana no. Yeah? Enti kakra me wana me kira meka che me pepe for ne say yen hwe bibi yie.
Nyame sraw pa. Nyame sraw.
Yen hwe bibi yie. Assalamu alaikum bra. Ye be set ye onka. Ye be set ye onka. Andra me show video sa na me see no problem. E dey e be tie onka. Why? Enti yebe kasabio. Me da se.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah. Conference scholar. Me brabi. Was it Facebook is Kobina no de am say anape one year no ne biri na na odi because I was actually Jimmy Sano. I miss I'm going to try another one. I over trunk was asem. No wonder because me kwa check any. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Me mo akwa ba bro.
Good morning.
Bro.
Acham kasa free today.
Italy, mi c'è Italiano, Milano, Cagliari, Sampdoria, Napoli.
Okay. Chale, yeah, the outside in the asama ye koso nyina no. And I say pa sunjui, but asunjui ye pena ye friend is in eja ye dum eja nso Canada Japan also what the eja betu eja mama eja no ehun say ebetime dum say ntime dum nti de me catch Canada Japan de bia na me pese menya platform bi pa me nka ma adwinche no hwe osola wa say ono watna abuchiri wa yi no America we kwasia nka ubetina abuchiri ade na ukotina Ghana wo parliament betina abuchiri hwe abra e bono anum ska wonya nyina masa e kronu sika masa me nka ndada obie ni wo wote abuchiri obenye sa Canada Japan sika ni bi akotina fi de obenye say yi bia no e businessman wo tonkoke me nka ndada ejuma be na wo be ya nye sa sika no osola o tin television station ena wo didi joma matem no de na no odwin misika na chale kene Japan ena de me kan say ndisi for no masa muma ya kumanto yem kura masa chale ya kumanto yem na ya wini awie bibi wase ya ba pa na Ose. Hello. Mitunka.
Okay. Oh, minuano malusuno. Oh, wow. Me network no any na yes I know. Me network no enya strong. I say network na ya na pa. Na papa no na aye aboma by duru ade ya style na wiem aye style no a awia ni pie sa no a na network no asan ehu asan ye den na ho asan yɛ den nti no yɛ bɔ mpa sɛ yɛbɛtumi Michael say call me Mr. Peter. Michael, I'm trying to call you. I'm trying to call you by the network is very bad. Network is bad. Network is bad. By one pick right time. Tomorrow morning in the right time. You see me in the page. But me, I like a page no I share. I'm a ufufro. Yeah, and three bit so. So, or sick was your mind. Because you Jimmy. Was ya. Say me na butcher na bijirano. Because you are him saying Kurman Pine. When ya say Reminam, Jimmy sa over ya metro near Kufadu aye. Over did that time. Kwa by no abetro say. Akufadu project we no ye we no ye. School fee the school free as HSC. And I mean in sing. Free as HS are good. I mean in sing. Because when you offer see idea no. Open time too much or pre no ho. So because you're too man no or pre no ho. Akufado pre no ho. So because no one himself may yard maybe anti face HS no. Obeja tum prekupe. Say be yard mo say nyadum wa jetum. No many bre. Anything I bless I know. Mama sisi ya mama hama wie ano mo ba ya face ya no ya di face HS atum. Nsu si dai. Oni room bia o de nkola 2000 kogu yifa na nkola ne bubọ so te se kwangoma fo ba yira omudi kwatu bubujom ana one school nkola fail for the history Ghana bekosam NMPP abai school nkola fail 100% ebi si da this government nkola fail because nkola ni nya happy to learn. Michael, I'm going to call you right now, okay? So, please send to me, incredible. And the papa to my ministers 120. Now, John Dramani Merriman and your ministers we are. Ngagana Sanke Babi Edru Kranka. John Dramani Merriman and your ministers 120. And the Sagana Kayavi Puntio ni project. Hello, you. Well,
good morning, Mr. Peter. Yeah, I'm just like I'm your biggest fan, I just like you.
Yeah.
What I'm making is like I said, we are rare, but be a full MPP ni, but be a Mahamasem, be a full MPP ni, be a full MPP ni, Mahamasem. But hey yo, the America say and say, maybe mammy. Or shop also our cantamanto or shop baby and sour cantamanto. Hey, yes, yeah, woman, na blah boni bibia and a Japanese bibia and a question. Nay, saying later, the kind of small boys maybe on bar. On Babidi did in Penifat and I am meant to some because me the MPP but me so your biggest fan even though YouTube first YouTube BBA me them subscribe e be a CPP and them go for be MPP NDC for e be a CPP for group you more support to e be a PPP but say for your better sense yeah as say who did at me problem back me MPP I am here say Sikana €150 now more that's so gen and I mean any other back I am here. But apart from said your more you no money, you say Muhammad Ebini, say Kufad Nebini, Kotunaka bed a big decide. Maybe me more Ghana panas a bit a loose said they are. Make us go when no chance of being go Premier same land. And so be partners of a Casama.
the way and the way right. But as a brothers and sisters, so I'm more church comments. It Canada upon this again. I come to be a blah. It's a Peter Wogan, be a Sika, one be a one year, yes, sir. And so no, a business ya own Pagodu Sika in Papa way, Uboma or a business ya way underground, Ubi, and so maybe a chance will be able to be the way. This is for any before money, Nairi, and I because you Indian in the year. Say Mahama na ebi ni ayan fama Mahama ebi so ebi na fama ebi I mean problem ni na ne enye omo election kra me problem ni na ne 150 euro ente na Israel wala obeka ma ya na waka ma ya why
yo
say 150 euro na enye na sila na ezi piano ene pese as a uye leader no ko kama ya because me no mintimi nka say me MVP ni ntino me ba say o kan no me ba no ma baby di watam e ba dey say kwanya ko kra for me boni thing say he will punish me and just say you senior me now will just come back because koto banding say me di baby di watam just like that mintimi say dey be like that if you keep on doing your good job here God bless you and happy new year.
Okay. Mohammed Ozzy Peter, call me. Please call me. I'll try to call you, man. This is my notification. Me who calling box no. Until human notification one, I will try to call to bring you in the camera. Video na kati.